earlier today.
A lot happened yesterday, so unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it. But you know what's even crazier? As if Sunday wasn't a wild day. Last night there were a bunch of melees in the NBA, y'all. There were a couple different fights. There was a brawl in Charlotte between the Pistons and the Hornets. We got to talk about this. And you know, this is the malice outside of the palace. Fellas, talk to me, man. What did you see last night? What happened? How crazy is this? What do you think suspensions would be? All of that good stuff.
First of all, what's up, Ron? How you doing, brother? We ain't seen you. How is everything? Let's start there, my man.
Let's start in a good place. Congratulations.
Yeah. How about that? Let's start there, Ron. The Seattle Seahawks won the Super Bowl, which I am not obliged to talk about, but I will congratulate you absolutely. But yeah, what's going on, brother? How you running? How you running today? Let's get on that for a minute. How you running today, brother?
Chill. We at the top of the mountain, you know. Hey, it's nothing more sweeter than this, you know.
Was it party time? Was it party time, Ron? Yes or no?
Hey, chill. The parade's on Wednesday, but it started on Sunday. Hey, the streets of Seattle was going crazy.
Yeah, I could dig
people
that.
Climbing on top of stuff. It was it was wild. The streets was flooded, and I was in the midst of the whole thing.
Penn, speaking of climbing on top of stuff, you ever had that friend that before you go out, like you got to talk to him before you go out because you know some shit gonna jump off, just in case? Because I have friends like that.
I have friends that friend. Okay, I am that friend.
So you that dude that we got to talk to you like, okay, this is where we going. This is what we're gonna be doing. Like, we're not trying to get into no nonsense. It's gonna be a lot of nice ladies there, or it's gonna be a good party. So can you not act wild as hell? That's who Isaiah Stewart is. He's the dude that when you go out somewhere, we got to talk to him before we go anywhere. Because I know for a fact something is going to jump off with this dude. If you hear a table getting flipped over on the other side of the room, he involved in that on some level. He's involved in that. So, Ron, Detroit is always been, even when they were losing, they've always just been a tough team. And I don't welcome fighting. I mean, if you want to fight, yo, go box. But there's things that you do that when you do it, you got to know that it's go time. And if I put my hands, Pen, on your face, I got to know that it's go time.
He didn't do that though, Chill.
I have to know that it's go time.
Jalen Duren did that.
That's what I'm talking about.
He grabbed the man's head like it was like a beach volleyball
and just pushed him
and just shoved him, smushed him in the face.
Now, if I do something like that
and then ran away.
That's what my problem is right there. And you actually beat me to the punch. When I do something like that, I gotta know that one, it's go time. And two, nobody else that's involved in this is gonna be involved in this before me. And they're not gonna take the brunt of this over me. So Isaiah Stewart got suspended. I mean, Isaiah Stewart got thrown out. Bridges got thrown out. I'm the one who started this whole thing. Meanwhile, I'm the one who was walking away from it, which Jalen Duren has never suggested to me that he's soft ever. Like I've never gotten a soft vibe from him. That was soft last night. That was. You started this whole thing. And if you started it, it's too late now. We might as well roll with it. This is where we are, right? It's not like, oh, I'm sorry, I mushed you in the face and then walking away. No. You started this, so we already in it now. And I think it took away from some real good basketball. It
was a good game, Chill. Yeah, it was a great game.
Some real.
I was loving every bit of that game from both sides. Penn, I was going to have we were going to have a great discussion about that game.
We could still have a great discussion about that game.
Yes, we can.
We could sidestep this. We could talk about Kon Knueppel grabbing them rebounds. We could talk about Moussa Diabaté standing on business. We could flip this into a positive thing. I know we won't because you are our host, but we could.
And we will.
There is a door in which we could talk about two of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. Young, up and coming, great teams. We're not going to do that, though. I hear you.
No, we are, though. Absolutely, we are, Penn. And the reason why we are is because we had a conversation yesterday. Ron wasn't here, and we had a conversation yesterday in the super chat, and somebody had asked, what's the gap between both Cade Cunningham and Lamelo? And yesterday isn't indicative of it because I felt like this anyway, but there is a gap between those two guys. The one guy, if I never watched basketball, the dude in the black and then the dude in the teal that I'm watching. Okay, so the dude in black, I think his last name is Cunningham. I never seen basketball before, Penn, right? I've never seen these two teams before. The dude in the black, he seems much more decisive in what he wants to do. He takes a lot better care of the basketball. He's a much better bucket getter. Not only is he a much better bucket getter, he looks more in control of the offense. On defense, he's conscious about when to give effort and when not to give effort. Mars, what I mean when I say when to give effort and when not to give effort, I mean, if I'm navigating the screen, which is what I saw Cade Cunningham do last night, if I'm navigating the screen and I push you 35 feet away from the basket, I don't need to hound you. You're not going to shoot the ball out there. So I'm not going to exert any more energy than I need to. Meanwhile, the other guy, he doesn't seem as decisive in what he wants to do with the ball. He plays with the basketball a lot. There's a lot of indecisiveness with him. His shot selection is trickier. Defensively, he will compete, and I did like that. But I don't think he competed nearly as much as the other guys. So I think that there is a gap between those two guys.
Chill. Like I said yesterday in the group chat, I didn't think this was a discussion. I didn't think this needed to be stated, clarified, overemphasized. I thought it was pretty clear that Cade is a step, maybe two ahead of Lamelo Ball.
I don't think they're in the same tier, Ron. I don't.
I don't. And I know you guys are going to say, oh, Ron, why are you saying this? I'm just saying he's in the room with all the best guards in the league. I'm not saying he is the best guard, but when we nominate people for awards, they tend to bring the best collection of artists that go in that nominee group. Cade is in the conversation for absolutely the best point guard, but just best overall guard. Like he's jumped into that tier.
When we talk
separated
about the best
himself
guards,
from the Lamelo Balls.
When you talk about the best guards, Ron, okay, so who's the best guard in the league in your estimation today? Who's the best guard?
It's got to be SGA.
SGA, and then after him?
Probably Luka.
Okay, Luka. Then after him?
That's Ant.
Okay.
Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
And then Jalen Brunson and Cade is right there. And I have Cade above Jalen Brunson. So do
is
with
Curry
that.
Is Curry in this space still?
Oh, yeah. Steph's still there too.
Okay, so we're looking at anywhere between 5 to 7. Not league guards. We're just talking about just overall guards. Like 5 to 7. And the reason why I don't hate this, Ron, the reason why I don't hate this is because what Cade showed me, not just yesterday, but what Cade showed me throughout the course of this season with him being with this group, there is some inconsistencies with his shot. I do worry about him getting downhill, and I worry about him finishing the playoffs, and I think teams can exploit that. But a lot of the stuff that he does offensively, where he makes mistakes, I think he makes up for that on the defensive end. He will compete on the defensive end. He will get in the gaps. He will get steals. In addition to getting steals, he will close out on shots. I don't look at him as a detriment on defense. And on offense, he will take care of the basketball and make correct decisions. His shot selection might be a little bit tricky from time to time, but last night was evidence. We got late in the game, and Charlotte was back in the game. I thought after that fight, Ron, that it was over. I thought that they were about to bury them. I thought that it took the win out of their sail. But Charlotte actually, they brought the fight back, and I thought that they had some really good stretches where Kon Knueppel making some shots, guys overrunning plays. I'm thinking to myself, what the hell are you doing? Why are you overrunning? Why are you closing out that hard on him, like as far as he does? With that being said, Cade, I think he stayed as tough as he possibly could. I think he stayed as poised as he possibly could. And I think that's one of the main reasons why they won the game.
Yo, before we go anywhere, Mars, I just want to make sure I'm not tripping. I'm not bugging. Is Cade in that tier 1 of guards right now?
The tier you laid out, sure. I mean, I would have Shea and Luka and them a tier above, but I do like we're just saying those really it, to be honest. Like I would have Shea. Well, I'd probably have like Shea, Luka, and then the next tier down. That's probably what I would do.
Okay, so
but I'm based on what you said, like top 5-ish, yeah.
Healthy Austin Reeves in that group.
If he played without Luka. Hell yeah.
That boy be hooping. He be hooping. I be in
Austin Reed's been amazing this year.
Devin Booker in that group?
Healthy. Devin Booker's like the next tier below to me.
James Harden in that group
anymore.
Is James Harden in the same group that includes LaMelo Ball? Let's be for real.
James Harden is better than LaMelo.
He's better than him.
He is.
He's better.
He's better than him.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. There's a lot of guards. There's a lot of good guards in the league. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I don't know. Episode idea. NBA guard tier list. I don't know. Could be fun.
I would love to do that.
There's actually a lot of, when you actually go through it, it's like, oh damn, yeah, there's a lot of talent in the NBA. But Cade is, he's better than Lamelo. I don't think that's really.
Mars, I got to give you, I got to give you some credit because
yes, you do. Yep.
I do have to give you some credit, Mars, because even when Moussa went out of the game, I mean, I thought Kalkbrenner came in and gave them really solid minutes, but Moose, he's so good around the basket. And not only is he so good around the basket, I just think his energy as a defender, when he misses not necessarily missing an assignment is not what I want to say. When he is behind in an assignment, he's so good at getting back into play. I don't give him enough credit as an athlete. And that's what I care about. Like how you recover when you get beat. Or if you're behind in the play, do you just die on plays? Moussa doesn't do that. Moussa, when he's on the glass, if there's a rebound, if there's a tip, he's going to stick his nose in there and he's going to still try to keep that play alive. I love that about him because what that does for me is that gives me a possibility of getting extra possessions. And I feel like that's also leaning on the defense. So when we get late in games, I think that could wear on him. I got to give you more credit on Moose. Moose is the real deal, Mars. I love him.
He is the real deal.
He is. He's the real deal.
He just doesn't give up. That's what it is. Like the motor is undeniable. It's the reason he doesn't give up on plays. He doesn't know what giving up is. Like he's gonna play 100 miles an hour the whole time. If he gets beat, he's gonna try to get back into play. If there's a shot that he thinks he can go get, he's gonna try to get it. If the ball comes off the rim, he's gonna go try to get it. He's gonna set every screen as hard as he can. He's gonna roll as hard as he can. Everything he does is with maximum effort. So even if he's not the most skilled, which I think we can all agree on, he's not the most skilled. Mm-hmm. But when you're a big and you just play with high energy, high motor, every minute you're out there, that like automatically gives your team not a chance to win games, but it gives your team a boost. It doesn't hurt your team. It's not possible to hurt your team if you do the right things with 100% effort all the time. And that's what Moussa Diabaté does. Minus like fighting and whatnot. But like when he's playing the game.
That was warranted though, Mars.
Motor is a skill.
To be honest with you. That was definitely.
I agree motor is a skill for sure. Motor is a skill, but I'm talking about ball skills and whatever. But yeah, I mean, I stand with Moose. I don't know.
Is it though? I mean, I'm glad you guys brought that up. Is motor
is absolutely a skill. Motor is absolutely a skill.
Yes, because
some people just ain't got it. I don't know. Some people just ain't got it. You can try and convince them to do it, whatever. They just maybe it's a talent, maybe not a skill, a talent.
That's what I was thinking.
That's maybe it's a talent. Yeah, a talent. Because some people just ain't got a motor, no matter what. It is what it is. Like,
okay, it's a talent, but doing it without fouling is a skill.
Developing it, sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. The motor itself is a talent, but being able to like harness it and hone it, that's the skill.
Yeah. Being an event creator, like being a dude who consistently makes contact with the other team and does not consistently pick up offensive fouls, defensive fouls, turnovers, that to me is a refined skill.
I agree.
That's how I see it. Yeah. And Chill, if we have this conversation a year from now, bookmark this day, February 10th, 2026, 2027. We have a conversation about guards in the NBA. You will not be able to leave the name Kon Knueppel off that list. I promise you that. That dude is probably the best player on that team. No disrespect to Lamelo. I really have come a long way on Lamelo Ball this year. I've watched an obnoxious number of Charlotte Hornet games this year. I cannot tell you.
Probably watch more.
That dude is not a rookie. I don't know what the hell he is. He's not a rookie. We need to check his birth certificate because that shit ain't real.
Hey, so he's their best player?
Yes, he is absolutely their best player.
He looks so poised, Ron. Like when he doesn't look afraid of the moment. Like he looks like he belongs out there. Like there's guys who, they to Ox's point, the dollar sign eyes. He doesn't look like he's afraid to take a shot. He doesn't look like he's afraid to have the ball in his hands, even if he's not the best ball handler. But I'm good enough that I can use an escape dribble. I'm not the best shot creator, but I can get a shot off. And I'm not afraid to pull when we're in the meat and potatoes of the game, Ron. And I love that about him.
He's got the ultimate green light. I mean, he's the best shooter on the team. I think that's undeniable. Whether or not he's the best player, yeah, whatever. But the best shooter on the team, they need him to shoot. And he's mastered his little ghost screening and whatever to get out to the three. And then you give him an inch of daylight, he's going to make a shot consistently. He's able to get to the free throw line, nail area, use his body, create a little bit of separation, get a shot of
you see the defense
plays the game the right way. He knows what he's doing out there. I said it yesterday because we was talking about the Hornets. He's not gonna win Rookie of the Year, but he's been the most consistent rookie. And I think that means something. And not just consistent is like, oh yeah, look, consistent 8 points, yay. Like consistently throughout the year, he's been one of the top 2 rookie performers, no matter who that's next to. Start of the season, it was him and VJ. Then there was a little stretch where him and Dylan Harper. Then now it's him and Coop. Throughout the season, he's been Derek Queen had a little stretch. Like it's always been Kon and ex-rookie have been the top 2 performers during this stretch. And I think that's a testament to his consistency. With
like he definitely needs a creator. So credit to Lamelo. Obviously, their minutes together are much better than his minutes without Lamelo. That is not even a debate. Lamelo has deferred to him in many situations. Like Lamelo's shot attempts are down, his usage is down in large part because of Kon. Miles Bridges came out earlier this year and said Kon Knueppel's been our best player. Now again, you don't know if you want to trust Bridges on that one, but I don't know. It's pretty impressive for him being a rookie, and maybe he's not their best player today, but I'm positive he will be within like 6 months.
I was watching
they all together. I don't think they care who the best player is, but yeah, it might be him. It might be Melo. It might be Brandon Miller. Like whoever it is, as long as they're on the same team.
They won 9 straight, right?
That would have been 10 last night. That would have been 10.
That was their longest win streak in 25 years.
Impressive. Yeah, impressive.
Yeah, they were close to tying their best ever. 10 was their best ever. They were talking about on the broadcast.
I was thinking about Mars last night because I'm watching Kon Knueppel. We had a conversation about guards and guard screening. Mars and Kon Knueppel is absolutely what I was talking about when I talk about guard screening. The shooter, I'm not looking to screen. I'm slipping, but I'm trying to sell that I'm screening. I'm trying to sell that I'm screening. But if I'm a defender and I'm guarding the shooter, I know he's not screening because if he's screening, that's going to slow him down. He want to get to the ball. That's what he's trying to do. So he's trying to sell that he's screening when in reality, he's really slipping. But I don't think that as much as we talked about Charlotte, Ron, that Detroit team is good. You can talk this.
Hold up, chill. Before we turn the page, just hold that thought quick on Detroit.
Holding it.
I'm not done with Kon yet. Mm-hmm. We're not done with Kon yet. Mm-hmm. So what you guys are chill, Mars, what I'm hearing is we need to rearrange some furniture in the house. We need to change some rooms because this master bedroom that a certain guy from California lives in, certain Chino Hills guy, maybe it's time for you to get out the master bedroom because King Kon is now, that's his abode.
Well,
is that what I'm hearing?
We had this conversation yesterday, and I brought up when they played Houston, and they basically handled Houston. And I had said to Mars, I didn't realize, because a lot of times, these guys are listed at a certain height, right, Penn? But in reality, they're really not that tall.
Yeah, and he's 6'6".
Every bit of it, and he's not a slender, like he's a big.
He's
6'6".
built, yeah. He's built, yeah.
He's 6'6", cornbread, grew up on a farm.
Yes,
okay? That type of 6'6", different 6'6" though.
He was standing next to, and like some people thought that I was comparing him to Reed Shepherd in terms of players. No, I was comparing him in terms of stature, and he is noticeably bigger than Reed Shepherd, like noticeably. Like these two dudes, it's like this and like this. So there's nothing like 6'3" or 6'4" about Kon Knueppel. He a bit of 6'6", every bit of that, Ron, which would explain why he's able to get shots off like he does.
But he plays 6'7" though.
He might play bigger than that. Yeah, he might play a little bit bigger than that. So
Charlotte's a big team because like LaMelo's a big guard. He's 6'7".
Yep.
Kon's 6'6". Brandon Miller's 6'8", 6'9". Miles Bridges 6'7".
Yep.
And then Moussa's like an undersized big, but plays bigger than he is. And then obviously you got like the depth and like Ryan Colquhoun or whatever. So like they're a big team. But they're all like big with skills.
Yeah.
Minus their bigs. But like that's another thing that makes them really, really good. The get out the master bedroom thing. I get like LaMelo. This is why the LaMelo's not a point guard stuff throws me off. Like LaMelo is perfectly fine deferring as a scorer to allow more gifted scorers to score. Because he's a creator, he's a playmaker. There's a reason, to Penn's point, Kon thrives more with LaMelo. Part of it is that Charlotte's backup point guard situation is dire, but part of it is also LaMelo creates for his teammates. LaMelo is a huge reason why Charlotte's shot quality is as good as it is consistently when he's out there. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if Kon does end up being their best player, LaMelo is going to have no problem getting Kon the ball because that's what he's doing now. And yeah, I think LaMelo is the best player because of the creation he does for their offense. But whether or not he is or isn't, it doesn't really make a difference. I would say LaMelo's like the third best scorer on the team. Fourth, maybe. Depends on how. Yeah, probably fourth. Like Brandon Miller, Miles, and Connor probably all better scorers than LaMelo. But that doesn't mean that he can't be their best player, or even if he's not their best player, it doesn't mean that his impact is still minimized. Like they
Miles,
need LaMelo and what he provides. So.
Which is fair, Miles, but my counter to that is that as a lead guard, the one thing that I should be able to do is trust you with the basketball. And I don't trust him as much with the basketball as I trust the other guys that I've seen, like the guys we just talked about. Because when I hear people talking about LaMelo Ball in the better lead guard conversations, like I don't trust him with the ball like I do Darius Garland. I don't trust him enough with the ball like I do Jamal Murray. I just don't trust him enough with the basketball. To your point, Miles, can he pass? Yes, he 100% can pass. Can he play make? Absolutely, he can play make. Do I trust him to make the right play consistently, though? No, I don't. I don't trust him to make the right play because he has shown me that from time to time, he will throw off bad shots. He will throw the ball between his legs 5, 6, 7 times and throw the offense off. It's that kind of stuff that throws me off with him.
I mean, you believe in assist to turnover ratio at all? Is that you put any credence into that stat?
Well, on some level I do, Penn. I don't
because he's almost at 3 to 1.
Yes, what I'm saying.
2.5 to 1.
On some level I do. I don't just go like a guy's 3 to 1.
Here's the thing, Joe.
Turnover ratio.
He takes a lot of risks, right? But I like that on my point guard. I like that my point guard takes risk. I like that my point guard throw a no look. I like that my point guard will pull up from 3 when the defense ain't expecting it, because a point guard is a pace dictator, and I think he dictates pace very well. They're not winning 9 straight games without LaMelo Ball. I have been notoriously very critical of LaMelo Ball in the past for what he's not. I'm starting to appreciate this year what he is, which is a very dynamic creator, great passer. He's just great, man. He's a good player.
But I don't know who said that up here. Somebody literally just said it, that's what he wants to do. He wants to create. That was you, right, Mars? You said he wants to create. He wants to facilitate. I always thought LaMelo was that too. Like Jordan, I know that it's ironic that you just popped up here. I know you said he wants to score first.
Yo, Jordan, why you look like you about to go 7 rounds?
For real.
What just happened last night?
You ain't see what happened last night? He in character.
I might be.
Okay.
How do we even know that's Jordan? We don't even know who this is.
Okay. We hear you.
Okay.
But sure.
Is that Gordon?
Right. Hey, we don't know. I'm on, this is the new fashion. I'm trying to catch up with the new fashion.
What is this about?
Anyway, we're actually having a good discussion about.
Go ahead, though. Finish. Go ahead.
I'm glad Jordan came in here though. Because we about to change the page. I want to get back to these fights. I want to get back to the ejections. There were obviously 2 games where fights happened. I want you guys to kind of tell me, what do you think the suspensions would be and all of that good stuff. And also, too, Chill, I want to start with this super chat. Right here. 989 Michi sent through a members chat, and he said, "Why are we acting like bro and headbutt Jalen Duren first?" So did Moussa Diabaté really kick this whole thing off?
Well, we've seen guys get close to each other. I mean, that's just, I've always felt like that was just basketball. But I could get you off me by just pushing you off me. Like, watch out, back up. I can do that. But to put my hands in your face, Jordan, watch out. Okay, now that's something different. As a grown-up, as an adult.
That's a punch, really. Really, right. That's a punch.
That's something completely different. And I have to be prepared. If I'm taking it there, I got to be prepared to go. I have to be.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the referee got to do a better job of just calling some shit a lot earlier. That's number one. Whenever you see fights and shit happen, it's usually a boil over of physical shit that's just not being called. And I always say, you want the game to be physical, but at the end of the day, ref, you got to make your judgment. You gotta see it's getting chippy and stop it. So you know how you stop it, Chill? Call fouls. Call a bullshit ass foul, because then that's just gonna make them stop. If they don't stop, they're gonna foul out. But
I don't think the refs were paying attention to what they had going on, because this was boiling over.
That's a problem, though. You're supposed to be paying attention to that.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, I agree. But I don't think they was, because the few possessions before, the physicality was evident. We'll just say the physicality was evident. Few little extra pushes after each possession, whatever, because they know they were both battling physically. The play right before that, because it came off like an out of bounds. The play right before that, Moussa Diabaté tied Jalen Duren up because he was trying to box him out for a rebound. Duren then goes to the ref trying to tell him look, he's hugging me, so I can't get the rebounds. Ref does nothing about it. So then the inbound comes, and then Jalen Duren pushes Moussa off him so that he can go get the ball, so he can set his screen. Then Duren gets the ball, Moussa fouls him. Obviously, didn't take nicely to him getting pushed. Then they came together. Duren put his head against Moussa's head. Then Moussa obviously butted him when their heads went together, and then we saw what Duren did. But it was spiraling. Like that's the point. It was. I'm not saying you could see it was going here. I'm not saying you could have seen it was going that far. But like if you're paying attention to each possession before, this didn't come out of nowhere. This was
right. It just feels. But first of all, why the fuck do these guys be doing that? When that ever been like fighting? When you like get mad at somebody, you go put your head on their head. Like what? When you
I've never. A lot of sports do that. I've never really understood that. For me, that's just weird. Like, especially if someone's breath stinks.
Just getting in somebody's face. That's all. That's all.
You ain't getting in my face when you mad, boy. Don't put your head against mine. I gotta hit you now. When somebody mad,
like it's like
you don't do that.
Most of the time, people do that, and then nothing comes from it. So it's like just a waste of time to act like you about to do something. Then you don't.
Nah,
at least, like to be fair, at least this one turned into something. Yeah,
Jordan, you've been in fights on the court.
People do that, no, nothing.
For sure, I didn't been in fight. I didn't learn my lesson from a little kid. Boy, you let somebody get close to you, they still off on your ass. Boy, I'll never let nobody get close to me when we talking. Not happening. If I let you get close to me, I'm about to still off on you. I promise you that. I'm about to get you for all that head against each. Hell nah. I don't understand that.
So you practicing social distancing in your day-to-day life.
That's what it is.
Man, I got PTSD.
I stand with that.
See where you stand in that pen? I can see where you stand in that pen. I can hear you from right there. You ain't gotta get that close to me to talk to me. I can hear you from right there.
Don't come in my face doing that shit.
Seeing Jordan at Walmart. The woman in the line
don't come in my personal vicinity.
I can hear you from right there, Ron. You ain't gotta get that close to me to talk to me. You do not have to get that close to me to talk.
I don't get that. I never understood.
Remember that shit.
Face to face with another man and y'all mad. What?
Well,
uppercutting the shit out you. As soon as you try to do that, boom, nigga, I'm PTSD, nigga. Why you did that? You ran up on the
words. He actually took the words right out of my mouth. As a former official, we call it, Ron, having control of the game. And to Mars's point, that's exactly the opposite of what happened. You guys were losing control of this game. So throughout the course of the game, to everything that you was just running down, Mars, I'm screaming at the TV, get control of your game. Because you're losing control. Get control of your game. Because it was getting chippy. These guys are professionals. Not only are they professionals, even at the college level, Division I, more times than not, when somebody gets into a fight, it turned into something before that.
Yeah.
So when Jalen Duren said to the ref, yo, he's wrapping me up, that's a warning. Hey, ref, do something about this, because if you don't, I will. And the last thing that I want to do, Penn, as a referee, is I want to fight in my game. Because if I get a fight in my game, now what's going to happen is, moving forward, I'm going to have a difficult time getting good games because I can't control my game. That's going to be a problem.
Chill. I know you were a referee, but take your referee hat off for a second. Put your commissioner hat on. How many games you suspending these dudes?
Well, Isaiah getting 25 off the rip. That nigga getting 25.
Yeah, we might. I'm not gonna lie. We might not.
That nigga might be done for the regular season.
Yeah, we might not see beef stew to the playoffs.
Now, before you guys say that, I want you to remember who's in the front office now. You
guys it ain't David Stern. David Stern would have got his ass up.
Well, not only is David Stern not in the front office, you guys do know that Joe Dumars is in the front office, and who was he a member of?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he defends.
Joe Dumars in the NBA office.
Oh, he's
in
he's not in the NBA.
He left.
Oh, that's right. He left. That's right.
No, he went from ruining the NBA to ruining the Pelicans.
But Beast came off the bench to throw punches, man. That's a long time.
That nigga gets suspended for the whole
season. To be honest with you,
he came off the bench. He came off the bench. But y'all gotta look at the whole situation, bro. Look at the whole situation. Now, obviously, he has to get suspended. But you gotta look at the whole floor. Like Miles Turner could have punched Jalen Duren when
Bridges.
Miles Bridges could have punched Jalen Duren when they was on at right here. Miles Turner proceeded to walk and stalk Jalen Duren, pointed at him, went and then tried to swing on him. Somebody got to protect their teammates. Beef Stew did what he was supposed to do. That's what he is on that. But
I'm not arguing against whether or not he was justified.
Yeah, but it was already broken
25
up.
games is crazy. Yes, it was broken up until Miles Turner, Miles Bridges rushed Jalen Duren. It was over.
Yeah, but it was
Miles Bridges extended it for sure.
Miles Bridges escalated that shit to a whole
don't get a hefty. He's
Miles,
gonna get a
is this
hefty
25 games?
suspension.
Wait.
That
man ran
But
off the bench. Regardless of
whatever
whether
he
it was
gets,
justified, he gonna get a hefty
whatever,
suspension.
Is this 25?
whatever he gets, Miles Bridges got to get to.
Well, that's what I was about to ask, Miles.
That's crazy.
Is
Miles didn't leave the bench.
Because the 25 games.
Miles started
He
he didn't start
escalated
the whole
the shit.
thing, but because he was there in the beginning, so he seen the headbutt. He was
Miles
right
would
there
have the
next to him.
second longest suspension to me. For me.
For sure.
He
But
threw the most
Beef
punches.
standing alone. He would.
He
You don't
threw the
think
most punches.
Okay.
Miles, what I want to do is I want to stay with
I'll look at this.
Am I
differently.
going? Is this 25 game suspension? Because this sounds like this sounds.
I'm
like,
saying I wouldn't be surprised if he's done for the rest of the regular season. I don't know how many games it is, but
that's
I
about
wouldn't be
20.
surprised.
That's where we are because the All Star
think
game
it's
was
like
Sunday.
30.
So
I mean,
we're
the
about,
NBA has
Yeah, it's about
announced
37.
yeah, we're about.
Detroit played 50. What's that? 52. 30
Yeah.
games. 30
Okay,
games.
so
I wouldn't be
30
surprised.
games. All right. So with that being said, am I getting this suspension, Miles, from you? For you in particular, am I getting this suspension from you because of my priors? I have some felonies on my record previous to this.
I mean, I don't think that helps, but the guy ran
I
off the
don't
bench.
think that
for
even
throwing
matters.
punches.
No.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. That
absolutely
probably
matters.
I'm not saying it doesn't matter. I'm saying I don't think that helps his case. But yeah, that probably does play into it. I'm just saying if I look at it as an isolated incident, the guy ran off the bench to throw punches. Like that's gonna be a hefty suspension, regardless of the context. Which I agree with Ox, by the way. I do agree.
Like I've never
Miles
been in any
Bridges-
trouble before.
Miles
with the
Bridges
fact that I came off the bench.
re-escalated the situation, and that led to what Isaiah Stewart did. So I agree with Ox. But at the end of the day, the guy ran off the bench.
And I've never been in any
throwing
trouble.
punches.
I ain't never been in no
Like,
fights before. Never.
I
Never
don't
been in no
care.
fight.
You ran off the bench to start throwing
That don't
punches.
even
That's
matter. Like you ran off the bench.
Like the
and
fact that you've been in trouble before probably does make it worse for the league office. I'm saying from my perspective, if I was deciding this,
Sure.
you ran off the bench to start throwing punches. I'm suspending you the rest of the season.
Absolutely.
But from Adam Silver's perspective, yeah, I'm fairly sure the fact that he's had altercations before, a few of them, yeah, that definitely doesn't help him. But even if he was clean as a whistle, he ran off the bench to start throwing punches. Like,
Bro, they suspend people for running off the bench and running back to the bench. They suspend people for that shit.
Yeah, for a few games.
Yeah, but he gonna run off the bench when it looked like security and all the coaches had it all kind of sorted
It
out.
did not.
This
Drench,
nigga
it did
come
not
off
look that way.
with his knees wrapped up and he come out throwing straight punches. Yeah, your ass tripping.
Think about this too.
I
though.
don't think he's tripping. I'm
think
with Ox. I don't
think
think
about
he's
this too, though. Look, you got to check this whole situation out.
business standpoint,
That went on for a while. That went on for a little while over there in that corner, and Beef Stew did not leave the bench. And now, like Chill said, you got priors. You expect, to me, I'm like, hey, he held it together. He held it together for a while, and then it was over, and it got a little
but it was
closer to that
over with
side.
Miles Bridges trophies.
Yeah, but no, I'm not talking about. But just listen for a second. Just for a second. I'm saying the situation started down there, and it went on for a little bit. Beef Stew stayed put, didn't move. It was done. Miles Bridges and Jalen Duren are standing there pointing at each other. Jalen Duren going this way. Miles Bridges takes the opportunity to come and swing on him over the top of security. Like there was people in between and Miles Bridges rushed him. I'm saying
He ain't really rushed him. They both swung at each other. They swung at each other.
He swung at him, Drench. He swung on him.
Jalen Duren
Over the
swung
top
at him
of a
back.
security guard.
Yeah. Literally.
Jalen Duren
Yeah,
swung at him back.
you got there like you was supposed to.
Yes, but I'm not faulting it. I'm saying when Isaiah Stewart ran, the nigga really was doing that shit for attention, to be real, because the shit was separated already. Like the shit was already separated. You had Duren on this side, Bridges on that side. That nigga wanted to live up to that stupid ass shit he be doing. So he
I
thought
doubt Isaiah Stewart seeing this let me have my moment. I doubt that.
He could
that
have.
nigga ran
maybe
he was big
maybe
tough.
I don't know him personally, but I doubt
He coulda
Isaiah
did that
Stewart
for the first
let me
gig,
fight.
though, Drench.
Like, yeah, you know what?
To your point,
Hey, this one
yes.
has to shine. I doubt it.
It wasn't premeditated at all.
Nothing like nigga, what? That's not why they drafted.
No,
you,
that was
nigga.
that was crazy.
It
Yeah,
might
also
have
doesn't help
been.
his case, by the way.
It might have been
Detroit Pistons for
premeditated.
That also
No,
doesn't help.
it wasn't premeditated. He could have did that from the first get-go.
Yeah.
He kept it together and it snapped. Like he was
You know how-
supposed to,
you know
man.
what I
Shout
think?
out-
I think
hey,
Isaiah
shout out
Stewart-
to Beef Stew for protecting his teammates, man.
That
Oh
nigga
my
wasn't protecting
goodness.
nothing.
He
He was
wasn't
protecting his
protecting
own
nothing. This
image.
is,
He didn't want nobody to say why Big Stu, big ass, ain't get off that bench and do nothing. That nigga
That's a valid question. That's what I want to know. If he would have stayed on the bench, that's exactly what I would have asked. I would say, why the hell your ass ain't get up and do something? You ain't pinch nobody. You ain't do nothing.
That's why he did it. That nigga went to the locker room and said, "You think Detroit drafted me here for nothing?"
He held it together as long. As a matter of fact, Chill. I give Beef Stew credit for holding it back as long as he did.
So Penn, really quickly,
that nigga no credit.
Really quickly, Penn. So I'm gonna run down something for you real quick. So in November of 21, we had the melee in Detroit where he got 2 games when they played against the Lakers. He got 2 games for that.
Fast forward what actually happened. Don't call it a melee.
He got
the truth what happened.
He got 2 games for that, right?
And that shit was fake too.
It was one wolf, but it was one sheep.
Yeah, he ended up getting 2 games for that. So Fast, I don't got no problems no more after that. Penn for 3 years. Then I get into it I get into it in Phoenix, 3-game suspension, right? Then I don't get, and then the next year, 25, I got a 1-game suspension because I get a flagrant 2. I wasn't fighting, but I get a flagrant 2. That same season, 2 months later, I get suspended because I'm fighting again, right? And then now last night. So with all of this being said, right, 21, 24, 25, 3 times, and 25 twice, and then 26, what am I looking at after last night?
That nigga getting 25. Like,
I mean, the league has already ruled on this, Chill.
Yeah, that nigga getting 25. That nigga came off the bench.
Based on history, he gonna get
Ron, would you like to know what the league had to say about this?
Did they already rule on
it? Yeah. Penn, so Penn has inside information on this, actually.
Okay, so this is about to be released. This is about to be released.
Let me. Well, it just did get released. Thanks for sending this to me, Penn.
Absolutely.
Look at this shit. I told you.
Isaiah Stewart suspended 28
That's the rest of the regular season.
Yes, sir. It is with rehearsed solemnity that I announced the 28-game suspension for Detroit Pistons forward Isaiah Stewart for leaving the bench and engaging into something that the NBA cannot condone: effective fighting. While our league proudly supports time-honored altercations involving puffed chests, dramatic pointing, and aggressive jersey adjustments, Mr. Stewart deviated from the protocol by landing real punches with real consequences. Compounding this matter, this occurred while wearing a Pistons uniform, an organization that, despite repeated reminders, continues to treat Malice in the Palace as a genre rather than a cautionary tale. This discipline is also informed by Mr. Stewart's prior kerfuffle with LeBron James, a player the league remains deeply committed to protecting at all costs, including but not limited to whistles, narratives, and the space-time continuum. In addition to the suspension, Mr. Stewart will spend part of the summer with Victor Wembanyama and a select.
It's not.
Ain't no way.
You only just realized.
Can you guys let Penn finish reading? Start that prior paragraph from the top.
Jesus, you guys believe it. Anything look formal, you guys believe it. Go down.
Can y'all let Penn finish reading the suspension?
In addition to the suspension, Mr. Stewart will spend part of the summer with Victor Wembanyama and a select group of monks learning peaceful conflict resolution techniques such as deep breathing, disengaging, and towering quietly over one's enemies until they feel silly. The NBA remains steadfast in its values, safety, decorum, and ensuring that all fights look intense while accomplishing absolutely nothing. Okay.
Sincerely,
fire.
Yeah,
Hey boy, that was a hell of a turn of events.
No way you guys really just allowed Penn to tell you. You guys are shameful. That is shameful. But,
no,
thank you, Penn, for foreseeing.
That actually does turn into a 28-game
He's about to get suspended for being good at fighting. Can we be for real? Look,
they said that the NBA condones
there's two sides of my brain. There's one side of my brain that's like, okay, it's actually 3 things. One thing, it's not okay to leave the bench. Okay, it's not okay to leave the bench. This shit can escalate real fast, and the conflict was pretty over. There's another part of my brain that's saying if anyone deserved to get punched in the face, it's probably Miles Bridges anyway. So that part of it, I was just like, you know what? That's cool. Isaiah Stewart might just be a secret feminist. He might be sticking up for, Miles' baby mama. That was the
man. That nigga was about to
Isaiah
punch him and be like, who you think I am?
Miles was finna mix that boy.
You seen the way he ducked that bullshit?
Hey, Miles was finna mix that boy. Isaiah got sad.
The third part of it for me, Ox, is like, punch him in the face, man.
That weak ass, I get sick and tired of this. I get sick and tired of this puff chest bullshit. They would have just said that's what your goofy ass get, always doing this stupid shit.
I see it this way. The third part of my brain is like, what you talking about? Yo, George, the third part of my brain is like, I actually like respect Isaiah Stewart for never backing down. Like, I feel like the NBA needs some version of this. Maybe not quite to this level. Maybe not quite to this level of insanity. I do believe the league is going to throw the book at him. Actually, forget that. I think the league is going to throw the encyclopedia at him. But for real, I got a lot of respect for Isaiah Stewart. If that dude is my teammate, I'm a happy dude.
I mean,
so
it's cool.
Why you going against what I was trying to say earlier? That's all I was trying to say, Pin.
Because there's two other parts of my brain.
Y'all know for a fact already. I think Isaiah Stewart for the most part be tripping. Like for the most part, I'm always like, bro, relax. Like, I think he goes way too far for the most part. This is the one time
you always telling me Draymond needs to be institutionalized.
Yes, and okay, and just listen, and like I'm saying, like for the most part, I'm always like, bro, calm down. This is the one time where it's like, I understand why you tripped out like that. You know what I mean? Like I understand why he was tripping like that.
This is a failure. By the way, this is a failure of the assistant coaches. Let's just be for real now.
It's not so much about that as about the part where it was kind of like done.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If you were a teammate,
hold on, and Miles came over the top.
You talked over me for like 10 minutes.
All right, bro, you got it.
Just hear me out.
You just yapped and read some dumb shit for like 30 minutes, bro. So stop with this shit, please.
Yeah, I realize reading is hard, but for real, that wasn't 30 minutes.
It is so hard. It's so hard.
Yeah, it's so hard. Okay, I'm asking you a question for real. Because this is a conversation, not a monologue about Yap Sesh. I'm asking you a question. If you were anyone, if you were his teammate, with his history, chill. Let me not ask you the question because you and your emotions right now.
Let me ask the question
and chill. Okay, chill. If you are Isaiah Stewart's teammate and this shit is going down and you see Isaiah Stewart stewing in the corner and he's getting angry, but he's calm, he's staying on the bench. You sending him to the locker room if you're an assistant coach, right?
Yes.
With his So this is a failure of the assistant
coach.
What? This is the John Morant shit all over again. You got to protect them before anything happens. Oh,
you're not even.
I'm putting human detail around him. I'm putting 3 assistant coaches between him and the court.
It happened so fast. You're not gonna have
the fight has been happening for a minute.
Pitt, I will give you your credit. You are an intelligent fella. Your brain doesn't snap that quick. Yes, they start brawling. Where's Isaiah Stewart?
Yeah. Why is everything?
No, you're trying to break that up.
He's the first one. He's the first one that I want to get out of there because I know he's the first one that's going to get involved in this.
I'm going to tell you why this is ridiculous.
The reason I asked Chill because Chill was the referee.
If I'm Isaiah Stewart and a brawl come on and y'all motherfucker got security coming to me. You motherfuckers racist. That's why I see y'all fucking racist.
I'm suing somebody. I'm not even involved in this
security
shit.
at me when they brawling on the court. Y'all racist. Chill. You going for a lawsuit? I'm suing this shit out y'all. I'm not no motherfucking angry black man. Y'all gotta send the detail at me.
Wait. Listen to what he just said.
That's racist. Ain't no fucking way y'all sending no security at me. This dude just told us,
not me. I'm not the angry black man. Meanwhile, he charged off the bench.
But let me
like he was supposed to.
Let me do it first. Don't assume I'm gonna do it. That's like assuming my gender, like Mara said. Don't assume.
Jordan, with Beef Stew, I do think it's safe to assume. My thing is when the ruckus transpires, things are moving so fast and it's so chaotic. Nobody in their right mind had the time to adjust that quick and be like, "Oh, let's grab Beef Stew and take him to the back locker room." The brawl is happening at that moment in time.
Coaches, Beef Stew would have picked your ass up by your shirt and said, "Get the
when we have fights on the floor, when we have
escalated before he gets there, get him out."
That's exactly what coaches do. That's exactly what you see those guys do on the sideline. They immediately stop everybody from running on the floor. Immediately.
The coaches were on the floor. The actual coaches that you're talking about were on the floor trying to break the fight up with the security, the officers. The coaches had all left the benches and were helping try to. The melee on the floor was so crazy. Nobody had time to think about Beef Stew.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all act like y'all didn't see all that shit that was going on the court.
It was like 30, 40 people on the court.
Wait a second. Hey, wait, Mars, where was Ron Holland at? Where was Ron Holland at?
He was chilling.
Okay. Yeah, because
That see,
the
look,
big niggas
see,
in
look,
the ball. He
Ox,
like,
hey, Ox, your ass is the reason why Beef Stew went and tried to show out. Because of niggas like you, y'all would have been talking about where Beef Stew at. That's why that nigga had, bro. He sat there for a minute. He said, "Wait a minute, what the hell am I doing? I gotta go get involved."
well,
And he went and got his goofy ass ball and almost got dropped.
The thing, not because Drench. The thing about it's like, nah. I see. For me, I don't want none of that in a basketball game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
why you asking for Ron Holland at?
Well, because he's a certified crash out, so I expect him to be in there.
I don't even think he was on the bench.
My only reason for this Drench is just simple as like, bro, I don't want there to be fights in basketball games. I'm cool with the pushing.
Right. I hate that shit too. It makes the game weird.
I'm cool with all the I'm cool with actual physical play. That's why when people say, "Oh, y'all like the 80s and the 90s, the clothes," no, I don't like that. Physical basketball isn't fighting. I'm not here for that at all. But the sound of gunshots charged me up. He started swinging. We fighting. Chill, we fighting. Like now it's up. And now as soon as Miles Bridges did that, as soon as Moussa did that, shut the arena down. We knocking all this shit over. Because it didn't have to come to this.
But I'm just saying, Ox, that nigga Beef Stew was putting on a performance last night, and he about to get his goofy ass suspended. Nigga, you waited too late to get involved. This nigga waited till Bridges was by himself to run up on him when he wasn't looking like a madman and missed.
Okay,
nigga.
Yeah, but why? He definitely got some licks.
He was gonna get mixed.
He was about to get his ass. Bridges tried to slam him. He really should have ducked that joint.
Which he couldn't because he's too big. That's number one. Number two, Beef Stew ended up getting some licks in. Bum, bum, bum,
he ended up doing this to his
That's
head.
what I'm telling you, Chill. They about to suspend him for being good at fighting.
You can do all this dumb shit to punch like this. That shit was weak as hell. That nigga too big to be. I told y'all this shit was fake. When he do this shit, that shit fake. Ain't no real nigga gonna fight and say, "You want to fight me?" Like that shit is fake, bro.
You think he a fake tough guy? Whoa. You think he a fake tough guy?
Nutcase.
Yes, chill. What type of chill? You from Jersey? You've been around some street dudes. There's no way you ever saw a street in a club in the street say, "What's up, nigga?" Okay, you ever seen that before?
I ain't seen Isaiah.
But if you ever see it, Jordan, you better run.
Nigga,
I'll tell you that. You better run.
Yeah, you like,
I'm not gonna say Isaiah
you better
is a
run.
big tough guy, but maybe he just doesn't. Maybe he doesn't know how to fight, but he's just very willing to fight.
He willing to get it. Like that's cool.
Yeah, I don't think that makes you fake tough. I
saw him do this when he was about to fight somebody. I said, "This nigga is acting." There's no way you saw anybody in life say, "Nigga, I'll beat your ass." Like there's no way you saw that.
Mars, what did he say? He said, "Let's engage in fisticuffs."
Yeah, like
the good old fisticuffs.
Yeah, what he said. I'm gonna give you a knuckle sandwich, buddy. I'm gonna give you a knuckle sandwich, buddy. Like that's gonna scare you.
That's not fake tough guy stuff.
The fuck is we doing?
I think he about it. I think about it.
I don't think he's a fake tough guy. I just think he would have lost that fight.
He's a big dude. That's all he is. He a big dude.
Here's the thing.
I mean, hey, that's half the battle. You 6'9" charging at people. That normally wins you the fight.
That's more than half the battle, Mars. That's more than half the battle.
Yeah, but when
8 times out of 10, you
6'9" charging at someone, he gonna get knocked out fighting like that, bro. You can't throw that punch.
That's what I said. I don't think he's a fake tough guy. I think he just doesn't know how to fight. Like I think he's just very willing to fight. But
when you're that big, that aggressive, and that willing to fight, that's like 80% of the battle.
Oh, right for sure.
Like 8 times out of 10, that's enough.
But Miles Bridges, hey, I need to see that. I need to see that like on some controlled environment. Dana White get involved in this. I want to see that. Miles Bridges.
Based on what I saw, Miles Bridges was going. It was going.
He was about to whoop the shit out of him.
So if that weren't because anyone who wants to analyze a fight, I guess. Stewart came charging at him, tried to throw a punch. Miles Bridges ducked and went to pick him up.
Yeah.
The only reason he didn't get dropped is because there were about 19 coaches behind Isaiah Stewart keeping him up. He was about to get put through the floor.
Miles Bridges.
If there was no one paying attention and they allowed that to transpire, Stewart would have been on the floor. Now, what would have happened after that? I don't know.
Yeah,
but Stewart would have been on the floor for sure.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Because the thing, Miles Bridges is big enough. He's big enough and strong enough to take him up top. It's not
Ron,
and you can tell he done that before. I know y'all seen them rap videos from Miles Bridges.
I mean, that's documented.
Hey, Jordan, Miles Bridges said, "You just play in Detroit, nigga. I'm from Detroit.
Fact.
So
I'm from that. You just reside there. Hey, that's where
at least now we know Miles don't discriminate. We'll say that.
Oh no, he'll throw hands for anybody.
I don't know what y'all on.
Now, Ron,
y'all keep talking.
Anybody, Miles, anybody.
So the 2-game suspension that he got against the Lakers, he incited that. That was only 2 games. The 3-game suspension that he got when he punched Drew Eubanks in the face in the back, he started that.
Oh, yeah.
The 1-game suspension he got was a flagrant foul. Okay, that was him. The 2-game suspension that he got, he was the primary. He escalated the situation. Right, that was against Minnesota last year in 25. And then yesterday, did he escalate this situation?
Yes.
He assisted in escalating.
He assisted.
It was a bunch of people that escalated it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, Ron. It wasn't like it was dead because Miles Bridges swung on Jalen Duren. He came in and he reignited the situation. How about that? Instead of him escalating,
Miles wasn't even looking at that nigga. Miles wasn't even looking at him. That's how bad. That's what I'm saying. That's how bad that was, Chill. Miles didn't even see him. He just probably heard the big steps of Bigfoot running angry, and he probably said, "Oh, knuckle sandwich coming!" And Miles looked and said, "Look at this goofy ass nigga duck," and it was about to get kicked, bruh. I don't know how y'all see this big goofy ass dude and think like he was really about to like do something bad to Miles. Like he swung
on him. What are you talking about?
He connected multiple times.
Chill. This man damn near slipped on the towel because he had that shit wrapped around his feet.
Nah.
That's how goofy that shit was.
He swung on him.
He got towels and shit wrapped around his feet trying to fight.
Jordan, you being funny, but you're not being serious.
Right.
I'm dead ass serious.
No, you're not.
I told y'all about this shit weeks ago.
After everybody got in there, that's when Isaiah Stewart got to doing this shit.
Right.
Like,
To your point, Ox, him swinging on him. If he connects with Miles, he's gonna drop him.
Yo, you not connected with that big old wild shit.
He was not, bro. That shit. If it was ISO, Chill, that shit would have been bad for him. Like it would have been bad if that was just straight ISO game 1-on-1.
He definitely ducked that. It was like, bam, that was nothing.
Bro, it was an easy duck too. It was an easy duck. It wasn't even like, oh shit. It wasn't even one of them. It was one of them slow ass ducks. Like, and
now, Ron,
look, he came with his fist balled up a mile away, running like this.
No, Ron.
Hey, chill. Hold up. We gotta pay some bills right quick.
Yep.
We got a lot of super chats pertaining to this, and we also got to talk about another scuffle, y'all. And we are going to be talking about NBA Fight Night for a majority of this episode. Drago FC, who's a Hall of Famer, you guys know Drago. He said, low-key, Ron should play the video. Drago, I would love to, but
got some
if it's NBA footage, but hold on, we might have a cell phone. If anybody has any cell phone clips or something like that, I could play that video. It just can't be an NBA video, I believe. So we'll work on that. I'll see if I can get something so we can play. Twitter. Okay. If somebody can find something, send it to me. We'll play it, and we can actually, talk through and sift through everything, all of that good stuff. Okay, dub pin. But in the meantime, y'all, before we do anything, y'all got to make some money. Because you never know. Somebody might, do something to you and you might have to pay your lawyer fees or something like that. And this is the perfect place where you could do that right here on Splash Sports. The thing about Splash Sports is you will not be blindsided by the steps of Bigfoot coming trying to take your heads off. The thing about it is on Splash Sports, you know exactly what you see. You see exactly what you get, and you know exactly who you're going to play against. You're competing against other fans, not the house. So the thing about it is, all you have to do is outsmart the next people that are in your contest. What contest am I talking about? Well, Splash Sports has a lot of things. They have the quick picks, which we're going to show you guys here in a second. They have other games like NBA Survivor. They have tiers games. They have all type of stuff where essentially you play against other fans and you just essentially have to predict what's going to happen with these player projections more than the other person or better than the other person, and you win. It's real simple. Quick picks, you choose anywhere from 2 to 6 people. You pick more or less on their player projection, and if you get them all right, you win money. If you lose, well, unfortunately, you're done. So let's say it's Cooper Flag, for instance. No, never mind. Better yet, let's say it's Victor Wembanyama tonight against the Los Angeles Lakers. His PRA is 37.5. Me being a Wemby guy and me actually knowing ball and knowing that he's a top 5 offensive player in the NBA, I'm going to go more on that. However, you might not know ball. So you might say, hey, Wemby, he's going to go less tonight. Wemby, he's on a minutes restriction, so I'm going to go less. Wemby, he's going to get locked up by DeAndre Ayton. Hey, that might be going through some of you guys' head, and that's what might lead you to take the less. However, it's on you to make that decision, and it's on you to put your money where your mouth is, like we're actually about to do right here, right now. Fellas, let's get into it. What do we want to do? Quick picks, Splash Sports. We got 6 of us up here today. We got 6 picks to make. Let's make it happen. Also, we actually do have to start with Wemby because I'm
gonna let somebody else start then.
Ox, go to that quick picks.
Yep, gotcha.
Hey Ox.
What?
Would you like to go up? Go up.
Okay.
Would you like to go over to the player's choice? Yeah, right there. 50% boost.
Can
you zoom in on that?
50% boost for Vic. I like that.
Yeah. So we got a player's choice 50% boost. You guys see it. It must include Wembanyama. $20 max and 2 to 6 picks, which is 2 to 6 players. All right, let's get into it.
All right.
I mean, I kind of already told y'all what I'm about to do with Victor Wembanyama. So
tell us what you're going to do with him.
Can you type him in, Ox?
I'll just go to him right here. I saw him a second ago.
Yeah, there he is, right there. Yeah.
23.5
points.
They're playing in LA at the Staples Center.
Yeah, go down though. Does he have a double-double? 3.5 stocks and blocks. Yeah, I need that. Just give me the more of that.
The stadium with 3.5 stocks.
Yeah, that's easy money. Right? Everybody agree with me?
Sure.
Yeah, I could get with that. Yes, I can. I could definitely get with that. Mr. Ox, can I? The Clippers are in Houston tonight, and with the Clippers being in Houston tonight, if I'm not mistaken, to your exactly what you said, I believe Mr. Leonard's going up against, in your words, a little ass boy.
Little ass boy.
So can I see Mr. Leonard's line tonight, sir?
It's 29.5 points. You want to check anything else out?
I actually don't need to check anything else. I'm going to take the more on that. I am, because the last time he saw him, did he not put 40 on him, something like that?
All them little ass boys.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the more on that.
We're going to take this Lester right here, right next to him.
You seen how you bully Chill into picking Kawhi Leonard?
He did not.
After that shit you did yesterday,
he did not bully
his
ass.
This man Chill been picking Kawhi every time he plays.
And not coincidentally, and interestingly enough, how does Kawhi Leonard turn out when I pick him?
Because it's some undercover hater shit.
No, it ain't. No, it's not. I'm actually trying to get some money.
Score points.
And it's working.
All right. Mars, Drench, Penn.
Well, my Demon Furphy tore his ACL, so I can't use him anymore.
Damn, I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate.
Hate to see that for the young fella. He'll be all right, though. He'll be all right.
Dorian Finney-Smith, 4 points? Come on. Oh, wait. No, Josh Okogie, 3 points? Josh Okogie. Come on, make 1-3 for me. Yeah, there we go.
Drench, Penn.
What's Steph Castle's line looking like?
21.5 for James tonight. I'm taking that.
What's Steph Castle PRA against
40
against the Lakers? 29.5. I give him that.
Drench, last pick. You want Jack LaRavia more, right?
When's the last time Jake LaRavia made a 3?
Is Drench still here?
Yesterday, I think. Yeah.
Nah, I ain't see it.
I ain't even gonna waste my time with that shit no more.
Okay, here you go. What you want to do?
Easily go Harrison Barnes over 8.5. The Lakers defense is trash. He gonna get that 8.5.
Harrison Barnes more than 8.5
for sure.
He was 2 for 6 yesterday, Moss, at the long ball.
I didn't see the makes. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't see the makes. My eyes closed.
Let's make sure we get that Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
50%.
Slap that on there, Ox.
20 turns into 1,500. Let's make it.
Yes, we getting paid today, boy. $20 turns to 1,500. Using the quick picks on Splash Sports. This is how we rocking. You guys obviously see it would have been $20 to $1,000, but we used that Player's Choice 50% boost. It was applied, and now $20 will turn into $1,500. That'd be a nice little shopping spree at the library in Los Angeles. Yeah. Also, on top of that, this is how we did it. We had 6 picks. We got Victor Wembanyama, stocks, 3.5. Now, you can do whatever you want to do with Victor Wembanyama. Just make sure you get him on your contest today. Kawhi Leonard, 29.5 points. We're going more because he's playing them low-ass boys in Houston. We got Kevin Durant. Speaking of low-ass boys in Houston, we're going less than 24.5 with him today. Josh Okogie, 2.5 points. That is ridiculous. Josh Okogie, 2.5 points. We're going more than that. Come on, Josh. We need a 3 tonight or 3 free throws. And last but not least, we got Stephon Castle, 29.5 points. We're going more on that. And what's the 6th pick, Ox?
I'm sorry, what you say, Ron?
What's the 6th pick?
The 6th pick is Harrison Barnes, 8.5 points more.
That's exactly how we rock it today on Splash Sports. Y'all following our footsteps. Go get some money with us. We'll see you guys in the winner's circle. As you can see with the bottom banner, quick picks will match up to $50. I forgot to mention that. How did I forget to mention that? We would match up to $50 when you use code PLAYERS. So not only will you get Player's Choice 50% boost and all of that, we'll also match up to $50. You guys go get your money. We'll see you in the winner's circle. All right, fellas, we got some super chats. So let's go ahead and transition and see what the people got to say about the melees and the brawls and the ruckus that's been going on in the NBA over the last 24 hours. Also, I got the video queued up, y'all. We will play the video. I got a good angle, too, so we can really digest and get down to the bottom of what happened with Beef Stew and Miles Bridges. However, the first one I'm going to start with is from Jordan Reed. Jordan Reed 901 said a 49-point third quarter is insane. The Blazers pretty much ended the game in the third quarter, beating the 76ers. Also, I don't know if y'all ever look at the West standings. If y'all have looked at the West standings recently, but from 3 to 7 seeding, it's going to be a dogfight. Have y'all seen this?
Yep, it's 2.5 games between the 3 and the 7. Between 3 and 7, which is nothing new, by the way. That ain't nothing new. It's not like that's something that, we ain't used to. We've seen 4 to 8 separated by 3 games. We've seen 3 to 9 separated by 3 games. So that ain't nothing new. Yeah.
So as of right now, you got Denver at the 3 seed. They're 7 games back behind OKC. Houston Rockets as the 4 seed. They're 7.5 games back. Los Angeles Lakers at the 5 seed. They're 8 games back. Timberwolves 8.5 games back at the 6 seed. And then you have the 7-seeded Phoenix Suns. They're 9.5 games back. So 2.5 games separates the 3 to 7.
So are these 3? So Denver, Houston, Lakers, Minnesota, Phoenix. Are these 5 teams? Because this is what it looks like to me, Ron. It looks like to me like these 5 teams are in this tier. We got Oklahoma City and San Antonio next to them. And then we got Golden State, the Trailblazers, and the Clippers. They're in that tier. So it looks like we got 3 different tiers. And as good as I think Denver is, it looks like they're in that same space with both them, Houston, the Lakers, Minnesota, and Phoenix. I mean, because to be only 2.5 games out, I mean that's really not a lot of separation. This is why I said, Penn, that I think this is with Shea being out of the lineup. He's going to be out of the lineup until after the All-Star break. I mean, I think that this is the perfect time to get them dudes, man. Like that was a prime game for the Lakers to get last night. And they weren't able to do it. And the reason why they weren't able to do it is because they don't have the athletes to compete with Oklahoma City. That's it more than anything.
Not healthy. That matters. No Luka. That matters.
They still could have beat them, though. That 100% matters.
I mean, yeah, they could have.
They still could have beat them. I mean, they ended up tying up the ball game in the third quarter. But I just think this is a prime time. If you're trying to make up some ground with Oklahoma City, like this is a prime time to do it, especially with their best player out and J-Dub just getting back in the lineup. Yeah, man.
Also, they're on the first leg of a back-to-back. Right? They got.
I don't know, man. I think I genuinely think for this Oklahoma City team, I kind of see it like how when we were talking about Denver was hurt.
Yeah.
Like how, the coaches and the team find themselves without their guy, without their main guys playing.
Yeah.
I think that's good for Oklahoma City. Like they getting major confidence. Then it's just gonna be working Shea back in, which is gonna be no issue at all. He don't do a bulk of the playmaking like Jokic is doing. So Jokic just got to get into a really good rhythm. But it's good for this Oklahoma City team. They're gonna figure some shit out without having to rely on Shea, and that just build confidence. So I don't know, man. I don't know even if the Thunder drop in the standings, bro, I wouldn't want their ass like that regardless. So,
well, haven't they been, to your point, Jordan, haven't they been dealing with injuries? Like Chet was out of the lineup. In addition to Chet being out of the lineup, I mean, J-Dub was out of the lineup. The only constant was SGA. Like he was the guy
that's a big ass constant at the same time.
Of course, absolutely. That's our best scorer.
Now you got guys. Now, like in the words of Ox, coaches got a coach. So now, coach, what's his name? Got a coach now. You got to run a little bit more action. You got to kind of scheme it up a little bit differently. And I think that gives them confidence. So when you can take Shea out the game, y'all been here before. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be no drought in the playoffs to where when Shea down on the floor, they don't know where the scoring going to come from. They don't know, how this is going to work. So, it's good that Shea get that rest, which is probably well needed. He a ballaholic, so all he want to do is hoop. So, this Thunder team might be even scarier, when he come back for real. They might just get scarier.
Do they play better? I'm never going to say that a team plays better without their best player, right? Because I think that's just ridiculous. I said this about them a while ago, that there were stretches where the offense looked a little bit more fluid with SGA off the floor. The ball moved a little bit more. There was more action, and I feel like that works. No question about it. They're better with SGA on the floor. I'm not going to argue that point. What I am saying though is with your best player off the floor, this is a prime time for us to make up some ground. San Antonio can make up some ground. You have to be able to win the games that you're supposed to win against teams that you're supposed to win against when you got a team like Oklahoma City reeling like they are. Even though they're used to dealing with injuries, even though they've had Chet out the lineup, they've had J-Dub out the lineup, they've had Williams out of the lineup, they've had Mitchell out of the lineup. They're used to dealing with injuries. That doesn't negate you dealing with the teams that you should be dealing with. Like, for example, like I said a couple of days ago, you ain't got no business losing to Minnesota ain't got no business losing to New Orleans. You got no business losing to them. None. That's a game that you have to win.
I mean, to be honest with New Orleans, though, to be real chill, that fucking team can beat anybody when they really play.
That's true, Drench. Like when we're in a race like this, though, when we're in a race like this, where it's as close as it is, where we can make up some ground, we can go from 4 or we can go from 7 to 5 in a short amount of days. We have to beat the teams that we're supposed to beat. We should not be losing to the worst team in the Western Conference. We should not lose to them, as good as or as talented as they are. We should beat them just off the strength of us being more talented. That is not even about us working hard or us out executing them. We should be able to beat them. Those are the games that we should win. And I feel like this is a prime time right now, considering with SGA out of the lineup and his team reeling. You guys can make up some ground with these guys.
This with SGA being out and J-Dub, this is a good spot for Chet to be in, because I feel like Chet had a stretch where he was just fucking lost a little bit on the offensive end. So maybe this is a valuable time for him to find himself on offense, kind of get some shit out before the playoffs come, to where sometimes he look a lot like really timid out there when he on the same floor. When he on the court as SGA, he takes so damn long to like get to shit. So this is a good time for him. The Thunder in a great position, whether SGA come back after the All-Star break as soon as possible or not. But they're in a really good position.
Drench,
really
would that be because we expect so much from him? Like, don't forget, he missed the first season. So he's really only had 2 seasons of playing. So to your point about being timid with SGA, number one, I'm playing with arguably the best player in the league, who I think is the best player in the league. I'm still trying to find my offense. I'm still trying to find my game. And I don't really have a lot of time to do it. I'm on a championship team. Like, I'm not on a good team. I'm on a championship team. Now, I know that you want me to just get right to it. If I get the ball on the wing, go. If I get a guy on the box, go. But our offense is constructed around this guy. Now, when he's off the floor, now are you asking me to now be the number one option? Well, I'm not really sure I'm prepared to do that just yet. That doesn't mean that I can't do it in the future, but as of right now, I'm not prepared to do that. I'm not sure if I can do that because I only got 2 years, and not everybody is Shaq when they show up. Not everybody is Olajuwon or any of these great players when they show up. It might take a little bit more time.
I mean, I agree with you. To be honest, I just think they in a great position with this one. Like I think that this time they're in a really great position with Chet. So and it's good for teams to go through waves. Like you ever seen like an undefeated team and then like the odds of them just going undefeated for the whole season is just like it's no way that's gonna happen. And then they take their first loss in the playoffs and shit, and it's like y'all haven't been tested yet. Y'all haven't went through no adversity. So it's good for them to go through. They started off the season red hot, best start in a long time.
I never
and they have some hiccups.
That logic, to be honest with you, Jordan. I never subscribed to but maybe we need to lose. No, we don't need to lose.
No, I mean nobody's gonna think maybe we need to lose, but I'm saying I would much rather lose a game early in the season before you lose that motherfucker in the playoffs. You know what I mean? It's like them football teams.
That part I could get with.
Yeah, like you go to them football teams, Tom Brady and them going 17-0 or 16-0 in the regular season, then they get to the Super Bowl and lose that motherfucker on some bullshit.
Well, that's why when we get to this point, like the playoffs, for example, like I'm supposed to be at my best at this point. Like I shouldn't be backing into the playoffs. I shouldn't be like reeling going into the playoffs. No, I should be coming into the playoffs like, all right, step up. Come on, come get it. I shouldn't be worried about whoever I'm dealing with.
Chill, it's like boxing. Like you wanna spar so you can get punched in the mouth. So you don't get punched in the mouth for the first time on fight night.
I'm like,
like your ass need to be.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, your ass need to be hit a few times. You don't want to. First time you face adversity is in a battle. Shit, nah, you gonna quit. So, I'm cool with them getting lumped up a little bit for the time being.
Sure, that's like what I was saying about UConn at St. John's loss the other day. That's one of those losses that's like, okay, we needed that. Let's wake back up. Remember, we're not invincible, and somebody will pop.
Arizona too. Arizona last night.
Ox, I could get lumped up but still win, right? I could get roughed up real good and end up, dragging my ass out of there with a win. Like, man, that's what it's gonna take. Then I got more work to do. I ended up with the win, but I got more work to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask me, that's best case scenario, especially if you have a mature basketball team. Guys that have been through ups and downs and adversities in their career. If you got that, then I feel you on that. Like I'm never like, I hope we lose this game.
Yeah, ain't no way you hoping somebody lose.
Yeah, but but every loss isn't necessarily a bad thing, especially depending on when it happens. Like it's just that time of the season. That's even what I was trying to say earlier about the scuffles and stuff last night. It's February, dude. I think some dudes is tired of just the season, tired of their teammates, tired of their coach, tired of the teams they're playing against. Somebody just got to get punched. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just that time of the season where you're gonna lose some games. You're gonna get into it. I think people are getting a little restless. I think that might be why All-Star break is when it is. You know what I mean?
Like necessary.
Yeah, let's reset. You know what I'm saying? If you're not involved in any of the festivities, man, go hit a beach or something for a day or two, relax, spend some time with the family, come back and get it together. But shit, like you said, if you can get lumped up and win, that's the best case scenario if you ask me. But if you do take a loss, sometimes you need that to open your eyes, wake up. Yeah.
All right, kind of piggybacking on that from Tupac Westside, we got a super chat. Tupac said, also disappointed but not mad about LA's loss to OKC. Some bad decisions by the Lakers along with bad officiating, but at least the game was close. Also, you still feeling that hangover, Ron? LOL. I'm finna be right back hungover. I just took last night off because Sunday was so crazy,
Can you imagine?
Drinking out of that is insane, Ron.
Can you imagine that?
You got you a goddamn sippy cup.
Imagine not being able to bring your funky ass to work because you had one too many. Can you imagine that? Like some of us.
You buy that shit for
This was gifted to me. I'm a real Seahawks fan.
Ron. No, you're not. You're not a real Seahawks fan. You're just from there. That's it. You're really not.
Hey, you know what's funny?
Oh
hey,
my
you see
God. No, it's not.
This got dust on it because it's been on my wall since the
last
Super Bowl.
What number did that say, Ron? What number did that say?
XLV.
No, I'm saying what number is it?
48. Yeah, we won Super Bowl 48.
Oh, okay.
He is not a Seahawks fan. He's just from there. That's it.
What number is X though?
Sick of Ron ass.
That's 10. No, that's 50. Yeah, that's 50.
No, X is
oh,
10.
okay. We went from 48 to 50 that fast. Ain't that so?
So Ron, I want to make sure, Ron, that I want to make sure that I'm not bugging out here. So you got the World Series champ in your city. Not only do you have
we didn't win a World Series.
Then y'all lost to Toronto, right? So
yeah. We should have. We should have.
I thought y'all was gonna beat them though. So you went to the World Series.
No, should we ain't go to the World Series. We lost in Game 7 to go to the World Series.
Toronto,
they walked us off
in the World Series.
The Dodgers.
The Dodgers. That's right. I'm bugging.
On,
they almost had them dudes too.
So y'all was in the ALCS. That's right. So y'all was in the ALCS, right? Y'all was in the conference championship.
Wait, but hold up. Oh no, keep going.
You got the Super Bowl. You got the Super Bowl champion. In addition to having a Super Bowl champion, you about to get your team back. It sounds like it's some good times in Seattle.
They about to sell the Seahawks, though. They about to move the Seahawks out of goddamn Seattle.
Yeah.
So shit.
Yeah, they'll never move the Seahawks.
Hey,
but wait, this the thing though, Chill. When you put it that way, I'm forced to think that it has to be a West Coast team to win to win the NBA, right?
When last time a West Coast team won the NBA
if Seattle did it, the Dodgers did it. That's LA. That's Seattle. That's just the West Coast. So you know what I'm saying?
But maybe the Clippers.
Well, it doesn't got to be. I mean, the Lakers are a West Coast team.
When last time a West Coast team won? The Warriors won it in 22.
The Warriors was the last.
Warriors won it in 22. Mm-hmm.
And then the Lakers
That's the last
in 20.
West Coast team. Mm-hmm. The Lakers in 20. Yeah.
And then the Warriors was running stuff a little bit before that. I mean, the West Coast run sports. I guess that's just what it is.
Mm-hmm. And now y'all about to get y'all team back. So y'all was in the ALCS. Seattle won the Super Bowl, and we about to get the NBA back in Seattle. Seattle
went year. It's a good year. And on top of that, we about to win the World Series this year. We are
vote on it, Chill. We don't know what's happening yet.
There's no way that Adam Silver. There's no way that Adam Silver can have expansion and not give Seattle his team back.
Well, do you not want Seattle to get a team? Because every time this conversation comes up, you bring up Mexico City, you bring up Vancouver, and you bring up Albuquerque.
But hold on,
Albuquerque is hilarious.
Hold on. Albuquerque's
I can feel Albuquerque. Albuquerque is dope.
Albuquerque's a dope city.
Albuquerque is one of the poorest states in America.
Just listen to that, man. Albuquerque.
Be that as it may, it's still a nice city. But I mean, it's a dope city. I'm not gonna say it's nice. It's dope.
Yeah, it ain't nice. That shit is not nice.
Hear me out though, because Ron bringing up Albuquerque. But you see how people do that. He's throwing in Albuquerque because he's trying to throw some mud in the conversation. Forget about Albuquerque for a second.
You bring up Albuquerque.
Okay, relax.
I would have never thought about Albuquerque.
2 seconds.
Virginia Beach.
When I'm saying Kansas City, but what I'm saying is this though. Adam Silver is trying to make the game more international. So it's not Albuquerque. I'm saying Vancouver and Mexico City. What if those two cities are next to? Vancouver is a basketball town. New Mexico. Is it? I mean,
not like Seattle.
I'm not saying it is like Seattle, but what I said was that Adam Silver's trying to make the game more international. Yeah. So that's and mind you, I have no idea. I have no idea what the governors are going to do with all of this. I don't know. I'm just saying that it's a possibility that Adam Silver might be. You know what? Let's go Vancouver and Vancouver and Mexico City first, and then go Vegas and Seattle, and then go Kansas City and Albuquerque. Why not?
So 2 things, Ox. Number 1. Ron, to your point, Seattle is not getting a team. We're getting our team back. Okay, let's be clear about that.
Should have never lost it. Should have took care of your team from the first get-go. How y'all lose your team?
Vancouver, if they were to get a team, okay, you guys kind of screwed it up. You didn't know what you were doing when you had a team up there. Like they basically ran that thing into the ground, which would explain why they had to move it. And don't get me wrong, it's Canada, and they didn't really know what they were doing in terms of basketball because it's
what they had.
It's a hockey country. But I mean, when we're talking about Seattle and we're talking about, the Supersonics, I'm on record saying this, Ron. They're the only team in the last, I want to say in the last 50 years, they're the only team to have an NBA champion that doesn't have a team in a city. They're the only ones. Can nobody else say that? Nobody else in the last 50 years can say our team won the NBA championship and they ain't here no more. Seattle is the only team that can say that. We ain't got our team. Everybody else.
What year did the Sonics won the championship?
79.
God damn.
Yeah, they the only
Shows
team.
the only one up here who saw it.
Yeah, I never even. I would
Yeah,
never even
and
thought about
he expects us to care. He expects us to care.
Yes, I did see that.
They got to bring him back. I definitely.
Yeah, you were 16 years old when they won.
My uncle was a huge Gus Johnson fan.
He was 38.
He loved him some Gus Johnson. Gus Johnson.
Yeah, how old were you when they won? Like 13?
I was 6. I was in the first grade.
Your life.
I was in the first grade.
Shout out to the Supersonics. I do.
Can we lose that fucking tree right there, Ron? Motherfuckers putting their jersey on backwards.
That's so stupid, Jordan. That's some dumb ass. That's so dumb, yo. Turn the shirt around. Turn the shirt around, Ron. Turn the dumb ass shirt around.
Your jersey on backwards. I even heard a kid was telling this other kid. He was like, "Bro, why you got your jersey on regular? Don't nobody wear that shit like that no more." I'm like, listen to what the fuck we saying.
Yes,
nobody wear their clothes properly no more. He was really mad at the kid for wearing his jersey the right way.
They used
Jordan,
to do that back in like 2002,
you sound like you 80 years old, yo.
Man, I don't give a shit how old I am. Next you know, you're gonna wear your drawers on backwards now. That's gonna be the new thing. Put your drawers on backwards.
Y'all don't do that?
Shoes on the wrong feet.
And you ain't never tried that?
No, Ron. No.
Don't nobody wear their shoes on the right feet no more, Ox.
Try
Come
tomorrow.
out the house with your size 16s on with the wrong side foot. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit in. I ain't gonna be able to get with them times. Them times. I'm not gonna be able to get with.
I'm telling y'all though, hey, try your drawers flipped around. I'm telling you, y'all are like that. But go ahead, chill.
That's what they about to do?
No.
Oh, that's what they do.
No.
Put your drawers on backwards.
I felt like Oklahoma City they just outlasted the Lakers. And one of the main reasons why they outlasted the Lakers, to his point, he was talking about the officiating. I mean, you could talk about the officiating all you want. What you can't talk about is the transition buckets that they were getting. I mean, Oklahoma City got better athletes than the Lakers, and they sped the game up last night in the second half, and that's what ended up opening up the game. That was the difference.
Shout out OKC, man. They tend to do that from time to time. How do we feel about Jeremy Kane's his first couple games?
I can confirm that Daryl Morey was not cooking when he said we extracted maximum value for this dude.
Hey, that shit funny as hell, Ox. I agree with you.
So wait a minute, Penn. So what did they end up getting for him again? They move him to
hold up right quick. Yo, I'm gonna read the super chat that plays right into this. King Bo said, I can't wait for SGA and AJ's minutes with Jeremy McCain and Isaiah Joe. The gravity is already there with great minutes last night, and McCain don't look too bad on defense.
Yeah.
You're not going to look too bad on defense with that team.
He is a bucket getter. I like his mid-range game too, yo. Like that off the dribble, that one dribble pull up with him, and he got a face-up game.
Sure, I don't think he's right yet. I don't think he's right yet. I mean, the dude we saw last, of course, like the dude we saw last year, that dude was going to win Rookie of the Year. He was efficient. He was dynamic. He was putting up 25 points with ease. He is a very easy scorer. If he can figure out the defense at all, he is going to be like, here's the thing, Joe. If Sam Presti calls you and says, yo, I'm going to offer you something for this guy on your roster, I'm giving that dude a max contract. Straight up. Because if Sam Presti won him, I probably am messing up somewhere. This dude does not make a lot of mistakes, yo.
Well, one or two things is going on. Either that injury is worse than what they told us, and it's probably going to be something lingering down the road, or Daryl Morey just doesn't think that he's that good. Because to hand him over for 2, that's essentially what he did.
It was first round pick in like 3 seconds. But
okay, so 1-1 and 3 2s.
But please tell them what that 1-1 was, Mars.
What's that? That's a late first.
It's like protected. It's like protected or something. Stupidly protected. But I mean, at the end of the day,
what year is it? Is it this year? What year is it?
This year, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's probably going to be it's probably going to be in the late teens, early 20s. So
he wasn't playing though. So I don't like. I'm not too mad at Daryl Morey for getting off him. Like, he's not playing, and it really don't have a future for him to play.
He wasn't going to play, Jordan. They already got the backcourt. He wasn't going to play there.
He was playing. He finally got back into like whatever. They sent him to the G League, and then he came back and he was averaging like 20 minutes or close to it. Like, he was playing.
Yeah,
and then,
but I'm just saying, like, overall, you can't see him really like
in terms of playing, Mars. That's what I'm talking about.
Because of VJ, Maxey, and when Paul George as well too. Like that shit is gonna be hard for him to
Sounds like
play.
he's the backup guard. That's what it sounds like. He's the backup guard.
So it's the Houston pick, right?
And there's people who think that
I even forgot about Grimes. Like even Grimes, like I don't know.
There's people who think that he should be playing more. But there's people.
I mean,
to your point,
he's
Mars,
good. But he's not going to play much in OKC when they're fully healthy. It's the same thing.
That's another problem that we have, right? Like, what are they doing in OKC? Are we doing this so we can get more draft picks?
I think he's gonna play a little bit more than he was in Philly, though.
Who he playing in front of, Jordan? Like he ain't playing he's not playing in front of Wiggins. He's not playing in front of Mitchell. He's not.
I mean, they start Mitchell though. So he ain't got to play in front of him.
That's because SGA.
He ain't got to play in front of Maxey or VJ either, based on that same reason.
Right. That's the other problem.
Yeah, but those two guys ain't them. But I think you can run a second unit with McCain a little bit though. Put him on the side like Caruso. You can play. They can probably deploy all three of them: Caruso, Wiggins, and McCain together. Probably with Alhart or some shit. I think they give them more flexibility as far as creating at that point guard spot. That's why I like McCain a little bit more in Oklahoma City. I think the Thunder needed somebody to kind of create a little bit more for themselves, and he can do that. So
I agree with
that. That's why I like the move with the Thunder. That's why I think he's gonna play too. He might not play start a minute, but he could. If he catch a good rhythm, then they could be like, oh shit, let him rock out for a little minute.
So many times in the playoffs last year, their half court offense fell apart. Guys couldn't make shots. This dude can make shots. He can create shots too.
Yep.
I would say this. There's a lot of young teams in the NBA that are really bad, right? There are a lot of older teams that are better. The Thunder are a great young team that's good now and will be very good in the future. If you take Chet, J-Dub, and Shea off this team, that is still a competent future without those three. I'm not saying it's championship future. I'm saying it's a competent future.
You still build around that.
You got Topic, you got McCain, you got Mitchell. Chill. Holy crap. You got me.
Don't talk to me.
You got Sorber.
The dude with the hood on, I've been dealing with him for how long now? Mars, give me the goddamn kid. How many times we got to go over this?
Why the hell do you want the kid, though? Like, what have you seen from the kid that just make you want him?
So sick.
Their third string in a couple years might be able to beat some actual NBA.
I don't know if y'all know this. Mars wants 8 ones for the kid. Mars, give me the kid.
You so desperate. Why would I not raise the price? That's
just give me the kid, Mars.
You the one you twerking from the top pitch. Of course, I'm gonna raise the price. You the one been begging for 2 years.
Give me the
I ain't the one eager to trade him. You the one eager to get him. So the price gonna go up.
Last night and he was glazing. I seen that shit, Mars. You saw them.
No, I didn't. I said it was fire that he's back.
I thought you were talking about the assist.
I didn't even watch the clip. I just saw he was on the court.
I thought you were talking about the weekend assist. I was like,
I just saw he was on the court. I had no other opinion.
Sometimes I do that too. Sometimes I don't even watch the damn video. I just see something I like.
And I'm like, on the court was what was cool. I don't care about nothing else.
I'm not desperate. Okay, first of all, I'm not desperate, but you're not gonna use him. You don't need him.
You can't say give me the kid for 2 years and then say you're not desperate. Like
I'm not, but he's wasting away there.
Okay, whose business is that? It's not your business.
Yes, it is. And the
Are you his parent? It's not your business.
I'll give Chill the kid if you give me 2 first.
See, that's reasonable right there. That
ain't really reasonable. You ain't seen nothing for him to garner 2 first.
I've seen.
Besides the last name being Itch, he just got the Itch factor.
He's seen him make some passes in summer league.
Yes, sir. And
I don't really value first round picks. Some passes.
Actually,
Jordan, you ain't seen Nolan Traore recently?
I did see that shit. I did. Hey, you know what's so crazy, Mars?
That's my guy, Nolan, man.
The bottom ticker said the first team to get 13 assists in the game since 2019. I'm like, the fuck are we doing?
Who?
Respect the stats. Respect the stats. Come on, we doing it at 19.
Chill.
Yeah, we doing it at 19 because we built different. Yeah. See, that's why I used to have Nolan high on my draft pool before he was trash last year. Now look at Nolan Traore. He hooping recently. Come on, man. That's a demon. Getting into
whatever.
The
that shit. He
just wait till we can score.
You ain't seen Ben Serve lately, huh?
Oh, I never believed in him to begin with, so that's fine.
Okay.
But Nolan Traore, I used to believe in. So anytime he hoop, I'm gonna be happy. Shout out to Nolan Traore, man, having a good little stretch. I
was higher with Traore than I was Ben Serve. I don't think Ben.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nolan Traore before last year, I had like Nolan Traore in like my top 5. I thought he was really good. And then last year was just.
Is that his brother in college? I think he got a brother in college. I don't know if that's his brother now. The motherfucker got same last name though. That's kind of different last name. That might not be his brother though.
Yeah, I don't know. I know his brother. His brother was on the Lakers last year.
Then that can't be his brother. Then it's a dude in college.
Well, he might have multiple brothers. He might have multiple brothers. I don't know, but I know he had a brother who was on the Lakers last year. I can't remember his name. Lakers fans will know. They had a Traore on the Lakers last year. That one. I can't remember his first name, but he was on. I know.
Let me see. They got one from Utah. They play for the Utah Traore. He from Brooklyn though.
It's the dude he was on the Lakers last year. He was on the Lakers. I don't know his name. He was on the Lakers.
Dude from there's a lot of Traores in the goddamn.
Where the Lakers fans when you need them? Oh damn!
They got like no, they not real fans.
Oh damn! You only know what? Bron and Luka. That's it. Like goddamn, no one got
Bron, Luka, Bronny Reeves. That's it.
Yeah, you fraud. All these celebrating the wins don't know nothing about who was on your team last year. Yeah, all right, whatever. Yeah, I've lost full respect. It's cool.
All right, y'all. The next super chat is from Cuxanat. Shout out to CC. CC said, "Let's keep it real. Miles Bridges is the most clear. The dynasty starts after you, player in the league. I know y'all love dude for some reason, but all he did last night was turnover, brick, and punch.
He didn't really do
bro, what's wrong with y'all, bro, with that Miles Bridges shit? They was on a good winning streak with Miles Bridges. Like, why do y'all think he's holding them back?
To be fair, they were on a good winning streak with Jalen Green, and they traded.
I mean, yeah, that's cool, but I'm saying when they saying hold him back, like, what do you mean he's holding them back? Like, that's what I'm talking about. People expect these super teams. Like, what the fuck do you want from Miles Bridges? You think you're gonna get Giannis? Like, what do you think you're gonna get?
The term dynasty starts after you tends to be for like players who in a playoff setting are gonna cap your ceiling somewhere, and I think they just think Miles Bridges is not a winning player in a playoff situation. I'm not saying I agree, but that's what the claim tends. Like Josh Giddey was considered a dynasty starts after you player because in the playoffs, like the shortcomings. Jalen Green was considered that. Some people consider Shaden Sharp to be that. Benedict Mathurin was actually considered that, which is funny.
Which is very
Cam
funny.
Thomas is considered that. So yeah, those types of players. I'm not saying all of those are the same archetype.
I view Miles Bridges like I don't view Miles Bridges in the light of Jalen Green because Jalen Green was like a cornerstone for the Rockets at that time. Miles Bridges don't have to be a cornerstone. You got LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller and Kon Knueppel. You just adding damn near 20 points a game that goes silently throughout the game. So you're not getting very many guys that can replace that. That's what I'm saying. I don't view Miles Bridges as he's in the way of somebody. He's not in the way of shit. He just doing what he got to do. That's the bottom line.
To his point, though, I mean, in terms of shooting, Miles wasn't good last night. I mean, I saw LaMelo catch him in the corner twice, and one of them the shot clock was running down, and that's not one of his fortes to shoot with the shot clock running down. So he ended up bricking.
That's the thing.
Yeah. That's not one of his fortes to be able to shoot with the shot.
I guess I'm telling you, I'm gonna be removed from the game, chill.
Remember, you quoted that stat, the little shot clock 0 to 4 thing. You said, "What's this mean?" Yeah, see, look, Miles Bridges bad at it. See, guarantee the stat agrees.
Ox calls it throwing grenades, and I think that LaMelo threw a couple of grenades to Miles Bridges last night, and I think that has something to do with. With him not making shots on the wing. However, Miles Bridges is one of the better transition players in the league, one of the better finishers in the league, and that's how he should be utilized. That's when he's at his best. He wasn't doing that last night. The reason why he wasn't doing that last night, back to Ron's point, because I would love to get to this actual game in Detroit, was because Detroit's transition defense and their pickup point was real good last night. They slowed Charlotte down, and they wasn't able to utilize Bridges in transition like they really wanted to. So, I mean, I think that Bridges is effective in the ways that he's effective in. And if you're not playing him like that, then you're not going to get what you're looking for from him.
Oh, Jordan, I wanted to ask you because I saw something. Who's the best duck-in player in the league?
Duck-in player?
I love duck-in players.
Who's the best duck-in player in the league?
I like duck-ins too, but goddamn, I don't fucking know. We don't get that many duck-ins.
Vooch is a real good duck-in player.
We don't get that many duck-ins. I want to see it. Like, I love the high-low action, the duck-in actions.
Mm-hmm.
We don't see it. So, I don't fucking know, Mars. That's a good question.
Yeah,
Hey,
I was
Duncan,
watching
that's
it.
like when you in the flats.
Like when you get
when
you
in the
flash,
flats,
you get
slide in.
you seal your man.
Yeah. What's the
easy win.
nominees,
really
Mark?
good at that.
What's the nominees? Any nominees?
No, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know because I was watching an old Timberwolves game, right?
Yeah.
And the commentators was talking. It was a Clippers versus Timberwolves game, and they said Doc Rivers said Nikola Pekovic was the best ducking player in the league at the time.
Oh yeah. Now Pet
so,
was strong.
Yeah, Nikola Pekovic was nice. So I was like, oh damn, that made me think of Jordan. You know, like these arbitrary like things we just rank players. Oh, he's the best ducking player. And I was like, oh damn, I wonder who the best ducking player in the league is.
That is part of my
The
game.
best
We
ducking player
can't
in
just
the
leave
league
that out.
Swiper would know.
Yeah,
Swiper would know.
He gonna say
like,
it's Jokic. He gonna say it's Jokic. He's gonna say it's
not
Jokic. That's what
gonna
he's
say
gonna do. He's gonna say it's Jokic.
Jokic barely duck in.
Is
He's
Jokic
gonna
the
say
best
it's
player
Jokic.
at everything in the league? Is that what he is?
I don't know, but I would love to see a lot more high-low actions. Like I was watching the Timberwolves this past weekend, not the old Timberwolves, the new ones, and I'm just telling you, like I've been an advocate for Rudy Gobert for a long time, but he hurts they fucking offense so much. Really, just the NBA in general, because you can't do a simple post-up, like a simple catch, turn over my shoulder, and jump hook that motherfucker. Simple. We can't do that.
He hurts the NBA.
he's
Yeah,
also shooting below 50% from the free throw line now this year. Like that's Rudy's offense. Like, I don't know why he just started suddenly shooting below 50% from the free throw line, but it's not great over there. The only thing Rudy's like got better at offensively is like passing the ball, but like
just being more competent. That's what he got better at.
Yeah, anything to put the ball in the rim. Ooh, Zach Edey's a good name for the ducking thing.
It is, but with a guy like Zach Edey, there's no way we shouldn't see 10 to 12 high-low actions for Zach Edey all fucking game.
As big as he is around the rim and as much space he creates around the rim.
He's so goddamn big. Like, who gonna steal the pass?
Yeah.
Hey, right here.
To be fair, you need someone who can catch the ball in the middle of the floor and actually like make a pass. You do need that. Not many.
We live in one of the most skilled eras of the decade. So I mean,
yeah, but some skills get lost. This is what I mean. Like ball skills and dribbling and all that develops. But like some skills get lost. There's a reason I complain about people not being able to throw entry passes. Like some skills don't get taught to the same degree. So it's like, yeah, the most skilled era, but like people have forgotten how to post up. Like that's definitely a thing. Like people have definitely lost that skill. The mid-range shot making is definitely declined.
Penn, how was that?
Some things aren't prioritized when you're working out and you're developing your game. Some people that's not always prioritized for a lot of people. Like you learning how to dribble, you learning how to shoot corner threes, you learning how to attack a closeout and get to the rim. Like that. Yeah. That's the type of stuff you're being taught. You're not taught how to get into the mid-range, slow down, bump, get like you're not taught playing off of 2 feet.
That's advanced.
A lot
Mark,
of time,
that's
some people are taught that.
Yeah, but I'm talking.
Is that advanced though, Jordan? That sounds like some basic shit, yo.
No.
Yeah, for a guy born in 1958, yeah, that's the fundamentals.
I know a lot of trainers
look here, getting into the lane. Now, getting into the lane and shooting a mid-range jump shot, like getting into the lane and shooting a mid-range jump shot, that's not advanced. But getting into the lane, being able to see your defender coming, bump, and then shoot, that's a little bit more advanced. I don't expect everybody to know how to do that, but I do expect everybody to know how to take 1 or 2 dribbles and shoot it. I do expect when you cut into the basket, right? Or when somebody got their back turned because they playing help side defense, I do expect you to understand spacing and realize where the goal is to where I see your back turn, I can go back post, throw the fucking ball over his head. He can't block it because he got to go through the rim. I do expect you to understand that. But we teaching step back threes. We went so far, we got fucking one-legged threes in the game. And we can't do a big can't go simple. Hey, ball, catch, turn, shoot.
You mean, Ron, like yesterday when you was ready to choke me, when you saw Brandon Miller, he had a lane right to the basket. He had a shot fake, and it was a 2 dribble pull up right at the free throw line, Ron.
Damn. And then y'all also seen that bullshit that Austin Reeves shot when the Lakers
bro, one-legged three.
Some shit I just don't get. Like I just don't get.
Well, the one-legged three makes no sense to me. The Brandon Miller shot is like maybe I'm desensitized. I looked at that, I was like, whatever. Like it wasn't that deep.
You are,
yeah, maybe I am. I'm not saying I'm not.
I'm desensitized too. Like 7 out of 10 times today, I won't say nothing. You guys just caught me in a moment where I couldn't help myself.
Yeah,
and I knew everybody was watching the game, and I knew everybody was watching the game too. But also too, a lot of times it's not that glaring as well. Like the lane was completely wide open
because
he literally could have went in there in 360, the reverse 360, the Vince Carter one, the Statue of Liberty. He could have went and did whatever dunk he wanted to.
But you got to think about
you better than me, Ron, because I'll just turn that shit off.
Facts.
But you got to think about
it. Was a good game though too.
It was. Not no more. That ruins it for me. I'm done.
But the way they teach basketball, they teach it for showmanship now. I think the old school coaches, even though it does get repetitive and it does get boring, the old school coaches was teaching to win the game. Like they were so focused. Like I remember, I think this was me and Mars had the debate about why they spam post-ups back in the day. It wasn't because they was old school and like, oh, fuck it, we post it up. It's like, no, because it's the closest shit to the basket.
Yeah,
like that's literally why. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
we got so far away from that and we teaching all this showmanship. But at the end of the day, how do you win? You put points on the board. Yes, 3 points matters. Like, yes, we can become a good 3-point shooter. Not denying that. Yeah. But some of this simple shit, like they threw Rudy Gobert alley, right? It wasn't the greatest pass. He catches the fucking ball and he's right by the rim, right? He came down with it right by the rim. And he got to throw it out because you can't fucking just turn and shoot. Like, what are we doing? And then I watched Anthony Edwards this past weekend come down and shoot 3 badass shots in a row, and they get scored on every single time. 3 badass shots.
Which was the equivalent to turnovers, Jordan, by the way.
Like, basically turnovers.
It was like Rudy Gobert as an indictment of an entire generation of basketball training. I mean, let's not act like there weren't dudes in the 80s who couldn't make layups. Let's not act like there weren't dudes like Ben Wallace.
Like. But that's not what we acting like.
Were they teaching the fundamentals back then? I'm not even trying to argue.
They used to give Ben Wallace post-ups back then.
There's some
and Ben Wallace
used
to score him. Sometimes he scored more than Rudy Gobert down there.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Ben Wallace is way
in
better
the post, probably, but that's because he just posts something more. But I think the game just became more about optimization. I'm not gonna say it's about showmanship. I don't know, but I would just say it became more about optimization and trying to maximize every possession. And sometimes you lose the essence of things. And I think sometimes, spoiler alert, basketball's not played on a spreadsheet. So it's like you can say, okay, we want shots from here and here, but not from here. Talking about the mid-range. But at the end of the day, like it's gonna come down to it where teams also know you want shots from here and here and not from here. So you're gonna have to be able to make the shots from the zone that they want you to make shots from. And I think that's something I got lost a few years back. I think it's starting to come back. And I think that's, like I said, the NBA is always a cycle. Like when teams know what you're trying to get to, the counter is always going to be the things that they're trying to give. Back in the day, they used to want to give you pull-up threes. That's what it was like. Okay, that's a difficult shot. You're not going to make that. And then here comes this little 6'3" guy. Oh, look, I can make pull-up threes at 45%. Yeah, you better play up. And then guess what I did? That opened up the middle of the floor. That opened up the rim, all of that stuff. Like, so once teams realize, okay, now we've got Kevin Durant's of the world, SGAs, all these guys who are making the mid-range at such a high clip that it's extending our defense to an area we don't want to defend, then the counters to that is going to be stuff at the rim, stuff in the post, all of that stuff. Because like you need to utilize every area of the floor to be effective. Like that's what you need to do. And you can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm a non-factor in here. That's why even James Harden, Mike D'Antoni in Houston, the reason Chris Paul put that team over the top, he was their mid-range scoring. Because James Harden weren't doing it. The role players, they were explicitly lobs and threes. When Chris Paul went down in game 6, a big reason why the 27 straight missed threes, part of that, I've said all I need to say about that game, but they lost their mid-range scoring. Their intermediate guy, the guy who, when the game got tight, we didn't have a three, it was harder to get to the rim. We need someone who could just get to the elbow, get to a shot consistently. And that's what Chris Paul was. So even that team that I think could have beat the Warriors if they were healthy, it's because they added a guy like Chris Paul who was able to do that thing that people said wasn't valuable. I think now most people have got to the conclusion that mid-range scoring is valuable, but also it's like...
Have they, though, Mars?
Yeah, I think most people have probably accepted that. Like, no one's going to complain that Shea's shooting 10 middies or whatever again. No one's going to complain about it. No one complains when KD shoots middies. But when arbitrary role player who shoots 42% on mid-ranges is shooting middies, like, whether or not we like it or not, the aim of the game is to score, but it's also to maximize your possessions.
Right.
42% on mid-range jumpers is not good offense. In the half-court, transition, whatever you want to call it, the average half-court possession is a 98 offensive rating, so 0.98 points per possession. If you're shooting 42% on your mid-range jumpers, that's 0.84 points per possession. That's quite literally the worst half-court possession in the league by a significant margin. So if you're an inefficient mid-range scorer, which a lot of guys, like relative to percentages, a lot of guys back in the 2000s, we don't have it for the 90s, but I'm pretty sure it's the same, probably going to be shooting 39, 40, 41%. So although they shot a lot of them, because of the cost of that shot, it just doesn't make sense for teams to want their guys to shoot that shot. But now if you're Kevin Durant and you shoot 50% on them, or you're Shea and you shoot 52%, yeah, that's a great shot because that's 1.04 points per possession. Yeah, we'll live with that every single time down. So it still comes down to it. The best players, they're fine with them shooting middies. No one's going to complain if Kyrie Irving shoots a mid-range jumper.
Yeah.
But if Josh Green,
my
I saw
only
Josh Green
pushback
shoot
to that,
mid-range.
Mark,
If Josh Green
else.
shoots a midi, it's like, okay, why are we doing that?
But
my only pushback to that is, it's, to me, I get it with the numbers thing, and at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. It's a number thing. But at the same time, basketball is a rhythm game. So to me, yeah, you might not want all your role players just hijacking the offense, shooting mid-range jump shots, of course. But like, regardless, you don't want them shooting all that shit anyway, though. Like, you don't want them shooting that many fucking shots anyway. So it's like, at least if you 0 for 2 from 3 or 0 for 4 from 3, the fuck you going 0 for 11 for when you can just step in a little bit, get you a rhythm. You might make 1 or 2. If you can't make 1 or 2 and you ain't making no threes, well, your ass probably shouldn't be out there. You can't. But I'm just saying, like, when people use that argument, like, I get it. I understand the points aspect. But at the same time, bro, every basketball player growing up was taught, your jump shot ain't falling. Get inside. Get inside. Get something easy. That's all you got to do, because as a shooter, you just really need one to go through. It's like, okay, shit, I got my rhythm. But to watch motherfuckers go 0 for 13, 0 for 12, 1 for 7, what are we doing? How is that good basketball? You missing on a possession regardless. That's what I'm saying. So when it comes down to role
my
players,
biggest issue. A lot of teams play the bigger picture thing, where it's like law of averages. So you go 1 for 7 one night, okay, another night you're gonna go 5 for 7. You're gonna help us win the game. Right. So over the course of a season, it balances out. That's why we'll see like all these role players who are shooting 38, 40 from 3. They're gonna have the 2 for 8 games, but then they're also gonna have the 7 for 8 games. Like Alex Caruso last night just had 19. It wasn't all on threes, but Alex Caruso, for example, just had 19. Help OKC win the game. So like in the big picture, it all balances out. But in the smaller scope, which I think is what a lot of the analytics miss, winning within series, winning within singular games. Yeah, you don't have the time for the law of averages to balance out. You don't have the time. The guy's 0 for 7, and you're like, oh, well, keep shooting the threes. No, you don't have 82 games for law of averages. So it's like, it just depends if you're looking at a smaller picture, which is not a problem in each individual game. I think in a playoff series, the small picture matters more. It's a reason why, like in the clutch, I think 3-point rates probably go down. Don't know the numbers for that. I'm pretty sure they go down, because at the end of the day, we don't need points per possession. We need points. Like we just need to put points on the board.
Reason going 0 for 12.
We need points. We don't need 33% from 3 is actually equal to 50% from 2. Well, no, because I know we're gonna get 2 shots. I don't know if we're gonna get 3. So I need you to make one of these 2 shots. Not go 0 for 2 and then make the third 3 that we might not get. So like at the end of the day, like the bigger picture thing is great for big samples. But smaller samples, singular games, singular quarters, the last 5 minutes, that's when it's like, we need field goal percentage. We don't need true shooting. We need field goal percentage. That's what we need. So I think it just depends on what scope you're looking at.
I think players are getting better, like considerably better, to the point of, if you take the top 200 players today, I don't think there's an era where you can think about in past history prior to this era, any era you want, mid 2000s, late 2000s, 2010s, 90s, 80s, no chance that any of those top 200 players are not still top 200 players in another era. We are going in the right direction.
I agree.
Better at what?
I agree with it.
Better at basketball, Ox. Better skilled, better refined.
Because
like, they may not always have like the necessary, the same, let's call it like basketball IQ. Like there's certain things that might drive you crazy. Like, these kids, they're so undisciplined. But it's like, okay, go watch Kyle Anderson play, bro.
Right.
Like go build your team around Kyle Anderson.
No, we're not doing that. But to Miles's point, these guys being better. I'm watching Jenkins sit in a chair. If these guys are better, like you say that they are, Penn, why is it every trip I'm watching Lamelo ball or I'm watching James call up for a screen? How come you can't beat a guy off the dribble? Why can't you just make simple moves to beat a guy off the dribble and get by guys? They're better athletes today. They're better ball handlers.
What is this badge of honor shit, Joe? Like, why do I have to beat my guy off the dribble if I can bring a screen into this?
No,
right? If I can,
because it's easy to guard. That's why. Because
as you were saying, Penn,
what's easy to guard, Jordan?
No, stay right there where you was at, Penn. If you could bring a screen into it, I'm listening.
If you can bring a screener into the action and then split it, so either now you force in a rotation or a switch or whatever, you can get a more favorable matchup. It's not like teams didn't do this. I mean, we do it at a very high frequent rate now in terms of the pick and roll stuff and the switching. But like, you telling me Jordan didn't want to attack bigs on a switch?
Yes, he did. He
100%.
He
on
won.
Transition cross matches.
Yes.
But why do y'all care so much about attacking? Like, you gonna spend the whole damn game trying to attack a mismatch. That's not how basketball works. That's not rhythm.
That's exactly how basketball works.
No,
That's
it's not. It's about rhythm. The ball
Until
moves
teams
side
stop
to side.
giving you those mismatches.
You can get those same mismatches by swinging the goddamn ball, not screen. Come on, swing.
Hold up. So you're swinging the ball. So you just want a hot potato?
No, that's not
what
he's saying at all, Pin.
No, it's you dribble, drive, get off it, then you're on the second side now. They drive, now you're moving the defense around, and then that's how you find gaps in the defense. It doesn't need to be just mismatch hunting, because once again, in the playoffs, teams know how to keep guys out of action. It's not rocket science.
Look,
the reason I'm going back to the Rockets a lot is because I've recently been just watching old Harden Rocket series. Like, that was what they were doing. They were trying to get Steph in action every single time. Right. Once Golden State start hiding, once Golden State start hiding Steph, you know how many possessions I saw where the Rockets are now down to 4 on the clock. James Harden has Draymond Green on him. James Harden has Draymond Green on him because they haven't given up the Steph Curry mismatch. Like, that happened countless times. And it's like, yeah, when you're trying to hunt the matchup you want every time down, you don't get that every time, and you end up stagnating the offense. And that's the problem. So once again, big picture, yeah, regular season, it works. You get into a playoff series where you can't handpick your matchups. Yeah, you need to beat your man off the dribble. You need to be the first domino. You need to make something happen. You can't just, okay, Steph's over there, bring him up. Okay,
well, now Steph's just let you keep doing it.
We need to bring him up. Like, I kid you not. Steph Curry, I was guarding Austin Rivers or something. Austin Rivers was going up to set the screen for James Harden. Steph Curry just pre-switched with Klay Thompson. So then Eric Gordon had to try and come up. Nope. Steph Curry then pre-switched with Draymond Green.
Where we at in the shot clock?
Then it was Iman Shumpert tried to come up. Next thing you know, there's 4 seconds on the clock, and James Harden hasn't moved because he's been trying to find Steph Curry for 20 seconds, and nothing happened. You can't do that every time down.
We got actual
this is 2019, by the way. I'm just putting out.
We got actual breaking news.
Go ahead, break that news.
This is not fake news like the last time I broke news. I feel like boy who cried wolf. Toronto's Brandon Ingram has replaced Steph Curry in the 2026 NBA All-Star. Welcome to two-time NBA All-Star Brandon Ingram. Stop with your golf claps, Mars. This is a big deal, yo. After
a mid-range guy. Look what we talking about. A mid-range guy.
And that is perfect because Brandon Ingram is absolutely the dude that Jordan's talking about right now.
I don't know what James Harden gonna do to be an All-Star, but goddamn, it's cool. We gonna.
What do you mean? What do you mean the dude that I'm talking about?
How about being on a winning team? You talking about mid-range? You talking about
the Cavs ain't a winning team?
The Clippers ain't a winning team, and Leonard just made the All-Star team. What the hell we doing?
The Cavs 33-21, but they don't winning team. Yes,
but Kawhi did not make the All-Star game.
They put him on there.
But hey,
Pin, what you mean?
Kawhi didn't make the All-Star
team.
And Brandon Ingram didn't make the All-Star team either.
Well, check your phone out.
I would really like to.
He will be wearing an All-Star jersey, sir.
Talking about.
Oh no, I know. I understand that. I saw it already.
To your point, Pin.
Replacement All-Stars.
If we're in the action, because Mars brought up a really interesting point. I saw the same thing in the 22 Western Conference Finals. That's why Andrew Wiggins was there, because they were doing everything that they could to get Steph in that action. They were doing everything that they could to get Steph in that action with Luka, and Andrew Wiggins was having none of it. He would not switch. He would not have Steph Curry. My point is that when I got a guy in front of me, I should be able to beat him off the dribble. Why? Especially considering how much space there is for the defense to collapse. And when the defense collapses, now that's more opportunities for kickouts. That's more opportunities that's more opportunities for kickouts. That's more opportunities for dribble drives because you got more space because the defense has collapsed. When I got guys coming up and setting screens, they're not just at the top of the key, Pin. They're not just at 30. They're in the corner. You're doing this to get this guy off you. That's what your handle is for. This is the handle that you guys tell me about is so good that I've seen from a lot of these guys. I should be able to beat a guy off the dribble where he now has to back off me. Jenkins shouldn't be crowding me 30 feet away from the basket. I should be able to beat him off the dribble where I can get now opportunities to score in the paint, as opposed to him calling up Beef Stew to come get him calling up Moussa to him to get him off.
Hey, chill.
I should be able to do that.
I'm gonna do you a favor, chill. I'm gonna give you some credit. I'm gonna give Donovan Mitchell some credit. I don't know if I put the video out yet about how I like Donovan Mitchell. I think Donovan Mitchell. I said this about Kawhi. I thought Kawhi was the best closeout like a person that catch the ball off a closeout and then drive it, he's so
Donovan
difficult
Mitchell's
to guard.
awesome as
Like
that.
you can't fucking guard the Kawhi at that shit. Donovan Mitchell is probably second at that shit.
He's awesome
because
at that.
Donovan Mitchell got so many counters and he's so skilled to where he can shoot it, he can put it on the floor, he can get to the basket, he can create plays out of it. I don't want to see Donovan Mitchell with the ball up top coming to set the pick and roll, and you got to just keep doing that shit. Why? When I can swing that motherfucker around, and if you got to close out on Donovan Mitchell, good luck. Like, bro, his first step is so quick. His jab is great. His pump fake is great. Like, he can get to so many different levels rather than you just standing at the top of the key calling for a mismatch. Like, we wasting time. Because what if the defense just say, fuck it, you ain't getting this mismatch? What if they say that? Then what? Then we got 3 seconds on the shot clock. He got to shoot a step back.
Or a team just doesn't have a mismatch. Like Dallas in the finals against Boston, there was no mismatch. So then you watch Luka and they're switching everything, and it's like, okay, so you want Drew Holiday, or you want Derek White, or you want Jason Tatum, or you want Al Horford, or you want Jaylen Brown. Like, okay, pick your poison. We're just gonna let you go ISO because that's what switching does. We're gonna let you go ISO all game. You're gonna take your teammates out of rhythm. We're not gonna overhelp. We're not gonna give up corner threes. Score over the top of us every time down. Doesn't work. And like,
it don't work.
That's the thing. Like, nothing wrong with using screens, by the way. But if your whole offense is dependent on screening and mismatch,
you're gonna lose.
I have a hard time believing that you're gonna get through a bunch of different playoff coverages, elite defenses doing that. Now you might be able to, but I have a hard time.
It really depends on who's setting the screen, Mars. It really depends on who's setting those screens.
Doesn't though, Pin?
No, it don't.
Yes,
it does. Wait, hold on, Jordan.
Pin. Why does it depend on who's setting the screens?
Well, all screeners are not created equal.
Sure.
That's true. They are.
Okay.
So the combination of the two players. See, like when I combine two players in an action, I drastically diversify my offensive options. When I'm going one on one, and they're allowed to send help. This is why I think James Harden never does well in the playoffs.
I don't think I am about to agree with this. I think I'm going to disagree. But
go ahead.
But that's cool. Like I really don't mind at this point. I went to therapy on Swiper's insistence, and so now I am okay with the fact that you will disagree with me, and I will not need to crash out on it. Like, here's the thing. I'm just saying, if you have a great screener,
sure,
and a dynamic ball handler who can pull up, and your screener also happens to be a really great pick and dive guy and a guy who can occasionally pop at least up to 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So a creative player.
Jokic?
That's what I was thinking.
You got
that's the person I was thinking. Before you said that, Mark, that's what I'm thinking.
No.
That's exactly who I was thinking.
It don't got to be Jokic. It could be Kristaps Porzingis.
Wait, Pin. For a little clarification. A little clarification, real quick. A little clarification.
It could be
Tim Duncan. Are you talking about what the player has to do, like their ability after they set the screen, or are you talking about their ability to actually set the pick?
I'm talking about their ability to make contact on a screen.
Okay,
their ability
to release. Aiton is out. Aiton is out just off that alone.
Absolutely.
Well, Vegas probably out.
No. Hang on, Jordan. Their ability to make contact on the screen. Their ability to create space on the screen. Their ability to react quickly based on how the defense has underreacted or overreacted to the screen. Their diversity of options outside of it. Their willingness to rescreen if necessary, or perhaps screen away from the action to unlock something else. Yeah. You will sometimes see very gifted screeners like Steven Adams, Jakob Poeltl,
Jokic, Embiid, and Draymond Green. That's the only people I'm thinking about.
No. I mean, there are some really great screeners out there. There's granted, can't do the shooting and scoring part necessarily, but Isaiah Hartenstein, guys like this, these are great screeners.
Mobley's a good screener too.
Hartenstein,
I wouldn't throw him in that, but cool. You got
Hartenstein can't pop though. He
can pop a little bit. If you can finish outside of
not respectable, like we not respecting
not
get to a floater in the middle
not
of the
respectable, not respectable per se, but I'm saying like you got that skill set and you combine that with a guard who can do some shit with the basketball. Now you are pretty unstoppable, right? Because that screening, like let's just say, give me Ja Morant in his prime. No, forget Ja Morant. Give me Kon Knueppel, bro. Forget this. Give me Kon Knueppel. Give me Kon Knueppel and give me Nikola Jokic. Okay, I could have just went with Jamal Murray, but I'm gonna go with Kon Knueppel. Give Kon Knueppel some shine, because the Hornets about to lose like 25 straight right now. So let's give him some shine. So give Kon Knueppel. He's coming off the screen. He's a super smart player. Jokic, a super smart player, right? These two, the same person who can guard one can absolutely not guard the other.
Yep.
So the diversity.
Yeah, but it's just
of
not
the
that many Jokic's in the NBA.
So we're not talking about a Scotty Barnes, Brandon Ingram screen, which does very little to nothing because the two players are way too similar. I'm talking about like this shift, or even a Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid, if you think about it. Like this combination.
But you name it.
Yeah, you're naming the
name
most
it
dominating interior
anomalies.
forces in the league. But
Okay,
I think this is
but okay,
helping my
you
point
want
too.
me to use a less dominant example?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So Penn, with the
Yeah.
screening, can I just counter that with
Jakob Poeltl and Austin Reeves? How's that?
It would suck.
Jakob Poeltl and Austin Reeves. You could say that, but you're not accounting for Yak's ability to finish inside of 20 feet, like inside of 18 feet. Like he's floater demon, 100% efficient at the rim, automatic.
Yeah, into the defense
roll,
say
perfect.
Into the defense say that's the shot we want from Jakob Poeltl, and all of a sudden his ass 0 for 8.
You want him to shoot 70%? Okay, cool. Give up 70% on
I
twos,
guarantee you, we got in the playoffs, and you wanted to go to your 2-man action, and Jakob gonna kill us. They will let Jakob kill you.
There are plenty of bigs who have great touch in the paint and can set screens. Maybe not all of them can pick and pop like Kristaps. So that just makes the action a little less dynamic. What I'm saying is, very often you'll see gifted screeners who have some scoring gravity, right? Yeah. They will be able to set a screen. They will be able to create the separation for that guard to create the mismatch. It'll get the gap to overreact. And basically, it's either going to open up a corner shooter or it's going to open up a cross-court pass to the other shooter, or this screener is then going to be able to set a second screen for a guard coming off a pin down, and then they're going to get a wide open shot. My point is, once I've involved 3 players in the offense here, I'm way harder to stop, provided that first initiator, the guard initiator, be someone on the level of a Cade, an Austin Reeves, a Jalen Brunson. Right. You still got to be good. You can't do this with Gabe Vincent, right?
That's why you can't do this with Marcus Smart.
Why
you should just swing the damn ball. That's exactly why you should just swing the ball around.
Swinging the ball don't do shit.
Those
because
guards
the
should
defense
also
is
be
too
able to
good
do
now.
that without the screen.
That's where I was going with this, Penn. Like I could just counter your argument where I got Kyrie Irving at the top of the key and he could just blow by a guy. And now I just collapsed the paint, and with collapsing the paint, now I got all these other guys on the wing, and I got just a great ball handler, right? That has somebody that's in front of him that can beat this guy off the dribble, like you just talked about with Joker, depending on who the screener is. Same logic that's the same logic applies with ball handling.
That should be our first.
No,
idea.
And the reason why
but I put Alex Caruso on Kyrie, he's not getting so clean.
Okay,
his look is not going to be so clean.
But you know what he is going to do though? What he is going to do though? He is going to be able to beat. At times he's going to be able to beat Alex Caruso off the dribble and get into the paint. That's going to happen. When I bring a screen up to the top of the key, when I bring a screen up to the corner, what I'm doing is I'm inviting the double. I'm inviting blitzes. In addition to inviting blitzes, I'm inviting you as a consequence to get off the ball more. As opposed to when you're a one-on-one guy, I could get down the lane, I can get to the rim, and I can score the basketball. I can get down the lane with everything being so wide open. I got so much more advantages with these other guys because I already beat my guy. Now it's 5-on-4.
But you know what
makes Kyrie more than
so
one
good,
way
though?
to get a mismatch.
Kyrie does
you
that,
don't always
though.
have to get a mismatch that way.
Kyrie can cook his guy off the dribble, but he can also get off the ball. Like Kyrie,
I think we're arguing versatility is what's the most important thing here. I think we all agree screens are important. I don't think anyone's saying to get rid of screens.
No,
but you're better if you're entirely screen dependent.
Fred VanVleet.
To me, that's not great.
Is it Fred
VanVleet is actually a great example. Fred VanVleet can't do anything without ball screens.
Bingo.
Jalen Green couldn't do anything without ball screens. So both of Houston's guards last year needed ball screens,
which would explain why the offense was.
So this is why I didn't agree when you said that it helps the spacing. You've put 4 people in a congested area. You've actually minimized your spacing. Like that's what you've done, and you've now got the other guys are spread out, sure. But if you're going one-on-one and you're able to beat your man off the dribble, not only do you have the rest of the court, because you've freed up the middle of the floor, most ball screens are set in the middle of the floor, because you freed up the middle of the floor, which is also the most dangerous area of the floor. If you can get there out of one-on-one coverage, the help that you're inviting is so much easier to read, as opposed to what Chill said, you're inviting blitzes out of pick and roll. It's so much easier to read help when you have clear vision. So much easier. So if you're able, that's why Shea is so impressive, because Shea can play with a screen, but Shea can also get to the middle of the floor every time down without a screen. And the way that engages help is very different to how a pick and roll engages help. So even if you're both of you are drawing extra attention, but the extra attention is very different when you're doing it without an initial ball screen. because the big's not in the middle of the floor. He's not congesting that. You can actually position the big wherever you want, on the baseline, in the corner, wherever, at the top of the key, wherever you want to position him. You control basically everything. And the moment you touch the middle of the floor, someone has to come in from the corner. Maybe you have nail help, whatever it may be. You control everything. Whereas in a pick and roll, the defense controls what you do. If they blitz, you have to get off. You have to find someone in the pocket. If they're playing a deep drop,
you have somebody else making a bullshit.
You have to do what the defense is basically telling you to do. And some guys can do that. Like Luka can make every read. So like whatever the defense gives him, he can take whatever he wants, and he can manipulate that and still get great advantages. But if you're doing it in isolation, you take what you want every time, as opposed to you taking the things that the defense is giving up. And I think that's what makes you more dangerous when you can do both. But even if you could only do one, the isolation stuff I think is what is more dangerous.
And that's why I'm advocating for swinging the ball. And I'm not just saying swing it to swing it. We got to swing and move. Sometimes you can swing the ball and go right into a ball screen. Sometimes, like one of the actions that work a lot of times that people just get to it, clear the corner out, go side ball screen. It's very fucking difficult to guard that shit. Number one, especially if you got a dude that can pop and short roll and make plays out of short roll. Like this is why I've really been intrigued by the Cavs and the new Cavs with Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, because James is going to garner so much attention in the pick and roll. If Mobley or Jared Allen can constantly make those passes out of that short roll, and you got a guy like Donovan Mitchell who you can throw that motherfucker to, and you got to close out on him, it's going to be hard as hell to beat them. This is probably going to be the most talented team outside of the Brooklyn Nets that I think Harden has been on, because not only do they got Donovan Mitchell, but you're adding Dennis Schroeder, you're adding I like the Tyson kid. I like what's the Porter Jr. kid. Like they all confident with the basketball. Everybody is so confident with the basketball when you pass it. So for them to sit up there and run pick and roll and hunt mismatches all game, that's way easier to guard than them just moving it around, and not everybody got to deal with a closeout. That's why I don't understand why some people play the way they play. Even the Raptors, like when the Raptors is doing that, like, I don't like that either. They so much better when that ball is hopping. Because now you can introduce slips.
Teams in the league, yo.
Who?
We slip all the time.
I'm just saying sometimes. I'm not saying that the Raptors play like that all the time. I'm saying sometimes.
But see this. But this is my point. It does come down to your personnel. You can have a style. You can have a preference. But it does come down to your ability to break a defense down and have guards who can actually read out of the situations. Lamelo's a good example of that. Kon, I always look at it as diversity of offensive players is very important. Sometimes teams want to put like 4 guys who are very similar. They all do very good things, but they just get in each other's way because the defense has too easy a time scheming against that. But when I have like a shifty, dynamic ball handler, this is why I have no issue with 6-foot ball handlers now. Like a lot of people say, like, I prefer big guards. I get it. Defensively, I prefer big guards. But try to find me a 7-footer who can stay in front of Peyton Pritchard with him, having the ball on the string like that. It's really difficult. And so Peyton Pritchard and Jaylen Brown may not be the best players on Boston, but they are very important precisely because they are. What'd you say, Mars?
I don't want to
Jason Tatum, the best player in Boston.
No, he's talking about
okay. I didn't want to derail her. I wanted you to finish your point. So okay.
Derek White.
Talking about All-Star Derek White, All NBA Derek White.
I didn't want to derail us. I stayed quiet.
Well, but what
your look was very loud.
You wouldn't be derailing, Mars. You wouldn't be derailing because actually that's where we're headed. We're headed to Jason Tatum talks right now.
Damn.
Because I just want to know. Good job, Penn. Good job, Mars. Y'all doing your thing. I just want to know what the implications are of Jason Tatum reporting to the D-League team. Does that mean that he's coming back this season? And I know.
Gotta be.
We've been back and forth on this all season. We've talked about this a bunch. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but anytime we get any new information on this subject, we have to speak on it. So, fellas, what do y'all got? Do you got any inside information, any inside scoops, or is this just all speculation?
I don't got no inside scoop.
I do.
Well, let's hear it, man.
Jason Tatum is very good at basketball.
That's not inside information.
But to be fair, I had heard those rumors too.
Yeah.
That came across my timeline that Jason Tatum was pretty decent.
He's on record. Jason Tatum is on record saying recently, he's on record saying that he won't come back unless he feels 100%. And I think
Right.
I don't even think they should let that. They shouldn't let him make that
Be
decision.
fair, you don't know if you're 100% until you play.
Gotta trust players, man.
Right. And
he gonna lie to himself.
With that being said, I think the G League, which I'm an advocate of the G League, I think that's a start to see where we are, get some live contact, get some run with some guys just to see where we are. But I think that with having him back in the lineup, to your point, Ox, me and you had this conversation, would it boost what they're doing? Maybe 100%. Yes, it could very well. It could very well boost what they're doing. I think what we asking for is something that's way out of our realm. The reason why I'm saying this is because I haven't played basketball in a year. With me not playing basketball in a year, I get back to live action right before the playoffs start, and I'm going to pick up where I left off. And you expect us to win the NBA championship. Remember, Penn, the first round team that we play against is not as good as the second round team we play against. The second round team we play against is not as good as the team we play against in the Eastern Conference Championship.
That's not necessarily true. You might face the Charlotte Hornets in the first round. We all know they're the best team in the Eastern Conference.
In theory, yeah. Once again, not to D-Rose. So yeah, in theory, yeah. But
the point that I'm making is that when the further along we get in the playoffs, the harder it's going to get. And I'm not prepared for that. Not in 2 months.
You're not prepared for that.
He isn't either. No, he is not.
Chill. It's February. It's February. I know. So Jason Tatum tore his Achilles last year. What, May 13th, right?
Yes.
May 13th.
Okay. May,
yeah. So if he comes back, let's call it mid-April. Let's call it mid-April, right before the playoffs start. My point to you, Chill, yesterday when we were talking about this is Jason Tatum at 80-85% is still a top 25 player in the NBA.
Is he that good though, Ox?
Yes, he is that good.
Is he 80?
I mean, that's still optimism. 80-85%.
That's what I mean. I'm not talking about him 11 months. I'm talking about 80-85%.
Yeah, I'm going 80%.
I'm going further.
If he comes, because my thing about it is he's clearly moving well. Obviously not ready yet. He's moving well. You give him another month. That's March. 4 weeks of recovery is a lot of recovery time.
Sure.
And mind you, I'm on the side of don't play until next season. If it was up to me, which we know it's not happening.
Right.
But if he's pushing for it, and if the doctors in Boston think that he can play, who am I to say that he can't? So if he's ready to play, come April. If he's ready to play come April, and you just slowly ramping it up. Chill. 20 minutes, 15 minutes of Jason Tatum.
How do you slowly ramp it up for the playoffs?
You don't.
Well, no, because before you obviously March, his first action can't be playoff minutes. His first action got to be G League practice, Boston practice, and then from there you go on, right? But my thing is when I say slowly, I mean he's not starting, he's not playing 35 minutes. I mean he's playing 15, 22 minutes. Chill, 15, 22 minutes of Jason Tatum playing against second units, that's definitely a boost for your basketball team.
Right,
He's still going to be a top 25 player in the NBA.
But I'm not arguing that point,
80%.
and I think that's fair.
If I'm them, if they go to the finals, or the conference finals, I'm deploring Jason Tatum. But other than that, I ain't doing it to have him fight his way for them to get out the first round. Like I'm not doing that. But if we in the finals,
get to the conference finals without you, shit.
I'm putting them in. I'm throwing the other team game plan all the way off. Jason Tatum gonna play.
If they don't need him for the first round.
I will remind you, this was the team
we can get him in that conference finals. Hit that plan.
Vegas had the Boston Celtics winning the championship last year.
Correct.
So that championship that the OKC Thunder got, that was supposed to be Boston's championship.
They were going to lose.
They were losing that shit.
They were going to lose to the Knicks. The Knicks were going to beat them.
Okay, cool.
That was over before he got hurt.
I got you. And I granted the team is very different.
Yeah.
But I do like some of these young players. A lot of these afterthoughts, right? That have emerged, right? I do think Derek White's had a cold shooting season, very cold, but he's still a very good player. They got enough. They got enough to go all the way to the finals. If I'm Jason Tatum, first of all, I'm not coming back to embarrass myself. Now, chill. Yesterday, I watched the episode and I listened to Ox kind of like psychoanalyze you on Kawhi Leonard, that whole thing. I don't want to bring that up. Let me try to psychoanalyze this Jason Tatum thing from your perspective. You saying we're not ready. I don't think you're ready. I don't know if you're ready for him to not look like himself and maybe some criticism comes out that he's not that good anymore and he's washed. Maybe you not ready for him to come back and then they lose 5 straight and then everyone blaming him.
There is some truth to that. There is. And the reason why there's some truth to that, I mean, the reason why there's some truth to that is because I've seen how good he can be.
Right.
And for him to be a shell of what he used to be in transition to getting back to what he is, I don't want to see that. As opposed to if he is still in transition and he's still trying to get back to who he is, this Celtic team being much better than everybody thought that they were going to be, I am super excited about what's going on next year coming into the season. As opposed to, I want to 27 games left, and let's see if we could get him back in the lineup. He's not really prepared, but we're going to see if we can get him back in the lineup. And if I can get 80% of him, like, what's the rush? He's 27 years old. Jaylen Brown's 28, 29 years old. We still got some years. That's the plus side of the Boston Celtics. They were actually able to raise these guys. They were able to see these guys right from the beginning. This isn't a situation like with the Clippers, for example, Ox, with both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, where there was a window of like maybe 2-3 years where we got to get this done right now. We're keeping these guys together, and we're keeping these guys together for as long as we possibly can. And I think that we can. I think that we can salvage what we did this year with Jason Tatum and sacrifice a season with him to be great next year.
I hear what you're saying, and I think the thing you're most afraid of, perhaps, is him getting re-injured. And
that's the thing that scares the shit out of me.
And that would be scary. But let me tell you something. Jason Tatum, as a rookie, where did he take his team?
They were in the East Finals. They lost to Cleveland.
Sounds like pressure. Sounds like a lot of pressure, right? This is not a dude who ducks from pressure. You say a lot of things about Jason Tatum.
Because of pressure.
But here's the thing, Ox. Now, when we first heard about Jason Tatum's injury, and we first saw the blips of he might be back sooner than later, I think everybody up here said he should wait an entire year. There was a voice, however, who was saying, nah, he should come back if he's ready. He's going to be back January, February. And that was me. Because I've been watching this dude, yo. He doesn't duck from this.
No.
He wants the pressure. He wants to come back and challenge himself. He's okay with it. And that's what makes him great. That's what makes him an NBA champion.
Oh, with that being said, go ahead, Ox. I'm sorry.
You just can't like you know. And once again, I just told Chill, I think he should wait till October to play basketball again. I think he should wait till October.
But maybe that's some sucker shit.
If the doctors say he can go, if he's healthy, then go chase that Larry O.
Penn, to your point, when you just said that he doesn't duck the pressure, I mean, how much more pressure do you think it would be more pressure for him to come back at this juncture of the season, or next year? Do you still got the goods? They went to the Eastern Conference Finals. They were in the semifinals. They were a playoff team without you. Are you still this good? Do you still have the goods? Can you get back to being
either way? But you know what, Joe? There's no regrets, though. Look at it this way: this team is really good.
Regrets if you tear your Achilles again. There's absolutely a regret.
Okay, cool. And you got to trust. You got to trust your medicals. You can't play scared.
You say that Chill is scared that he's going to come back and get hurt, or you say that Chill is scared he's going to come back and play 5 games. I think that you are on an ego trip and you want to be right that he could come back regardless of whether or not he re-injures himself and ruins his career or not. You would rather come up here and say, "Hey, I was
65
right."
Times a day. I don't really.
You would rather come up here. You would rather come up here and say, "Hey guys, I was right. I said he could come back." And you don't give a damn if this kid tears his Achilles again. You would rather Jason Tatum throw his career away than you. And you'll be right. That's ridiculous.
I think we were psychoanalyzing Chill. Now you psychoanalyzing me. Maybe I psychoanalyze you for a second here, Ox.
Please do.
I think you are afraid that 85% Jason Tatum is still better than 120% Jaylen Brown. I think you scared of that. Now,
I'm sure I am. That does a lot.
Look, all I'm saying is, look, if you are a champion, if you pride yourself on being a champion, if you talk to the ghost of Mamba, if you are that dude, the same dude.
None of these dudes is Mamba, so keep that out of this. None of these dudes got that in them.
Okay,
maybe they should learn.
This is his favorite player. This is his favorite player, and I want to tell you,
none of these dudes got that.
And I said this before. I think that the ghost of Kobe is making this league a lot tougher, because the number of tough dudes right now in the league that say, I grew up watching Kobe. Kobe's my favorite player. Good.
They say all that shit and sit out 25 fucking games a season.
Well, this is the thing, yo. We get up here. We
Man, these
get
little
up
ass
here
kids
and
don't
we
got no
complain
Kobe
about
in them,
dudes
man.
all day, load manage, being soft, whatever. And now we have a dude who has worked very hard to come back and not to embarrass himself.
That's his job. He get paid $300 million to do that.
That doesn't mean he's ready. Even if he is working, even if he is working as hard as he possibly can, which he is probably, Penn, that doesn't mean he's ready. And
but
to
how do
your
we
point,
know that?
yes,
all,
and you are correct.
If there is a dude in the league that I'm gonna trust to come back, it's gonna be a guy under 30 who is a good jump shooter, who is a big playmaker, who has his physical tools. I don't think his game necessarily relied on Twitch.
Why you ain't trust Joel Embiid
John
coming
Morant.
back?
It's not Allen Iverson. What?
He literally just
Why
said.
you ain't trust Joel Embiid coming back then?
Because I don't trust Joel Embiid, period.
Well, even with that being
everything
said,
you just said that you need to trust.
But Penn, he just said, I'm not coming back unless I'm 100%. You know what that tells me? He ain't confident that he's ready right now.
No,
that's what he's telling me. No, I'm not ready yet.
No, I think that's getting away from all the excuses, right? Look, chill. If you are a champion, if you think about the most winning human being you know, whoever it is, it could be a parent, it could be a brother, sister, whoever. The winningest person you know, whoever you think about when you think about winning, that person does not make excuses. That person has something in their head that says, I'm gonna get away from these excuses right away. Me, if I'm saying, if I'm not 100%, I'm not coming back, I'm kind of getting out of the way of, like, if I come back and I can't shoot and I'm playing like shit, I don't get to walk back and be like, oh, I'm just hurt. No, I told you I'm 100%. I'm coming back, which means I got to put pressure on myself.
You like them young boys.
I'm not making excuses ahead of time. I'm getting out of it, right? So if he comes back and he plays 22 minutes and he's breaking everything and he can't move around, well, you told us you were 100%. You told us you weren't coming back until 100%. So get away from the excuses. And I'll guarantee you that he ain't going to be like going up on a finals presser or like a conference finals with a freaking cast on his hand being like, oh yeah, I was hurt the whole time. He ain't doing that shit.
Right.
So all I'm saying is like Jason Tatum is going to be ready. Chill. I promise you, we have this conversation in 2 months. I promise you this guy's going to be really good. He ain't coming back to screw this up. He's a good teammate. He's always shown himself to be a good teammate. I've never seen any ego out of him where he's trying to derail shit when he doesn't have it going and Jaylen Brown got it going. I think he can see what's going on. And here's the thing. Talk about regrets. We talk about injuries. We talk about, oh, what if he's not as good? What if you take like a week of backlash and be like, Jill, this your man? Jason Tatum sucks. Forget all that. What if we are at the conference finals and he is in street clothes and we're in game 7 and Jaylen Brown fouls out? Well, I'm saying, like, the regret. You might not ever get back there.
Then my All-NBA player better step up and win us the game.
I'm saying, like, dudes, when they get injured, a lot of dudes, they reflect on it later and they say, it made me think about my career differently. It made me think about time differently. It made me think this shit is not for granted. I took something for granted because I was healthy and I never had this type of injury. And then I had this injury and I realized how quickly it can go away. Wemby has talked about it. And Wemby is a lot younger than Jason Tatum. When he had the blood clots, he said, I'm not taking this shit for granted anymore. Maybe Jason Tatum looking at this like, this shit could happen to me again. It could happen to my teammates. It could happen to the whole team. I just watched my whole team blow apart because I blew out my Achilles. Who's to say if Jaylen Brown does the same thing this year, because we do realize this shit could happen, that they're not going to tear us apart. Yeah, so I'm saying, like, if I can play, I'm going to play. I'm being paid $60 million a year to play basketball. I ain't played a lick of basketball this year. It's on me to rehab and get out on the court and help my team.
I'm not arguing that point, which I'm 100% doing, and I understand the point of optimizing the time that you have. Like, we might not get back here next year. We might have to deal with a whole bunch of other things next season. We might have to deal with contracts. We might have to deal with losing free agents and things like that. I think that's a glass half empty mentality more than I'm looking at my guy right here who did everything that he did this season. Right. Who did everything he did this season to get us here. And I applaud that. I'm talking about, I'm standing up clapping like he just won a Grammy. I'm absolutely applauding that. And I'm thinking to myself, next season, when we come back here, you dudes better watch out because we're going to be something special next year. Y'all better get us right now because next year when we retool and we get better, next year when we retool and we get draft picks and we get other free agents in here, you dudes going to be up against it because I'm going to be 100%. He's going to be better next season. We are going to be better next season. Do I want to risk? Because to your point, Penn, these guys have some level of, when we're talking about excuses, okay, there aren't any excuses when it comes to stuff like that. And there is a level of delusion when it comes to that. But there also is these guys being real. These guys being realistic about what's going on. Now, if I come back right now And I'm not worried about him coming back and being bad. And now I got to listen to all the other stuff. I had to listen to that anyway. So, but if I come back right now and I'm not as sharp as I used to be, I'm not as good as I used to be, does that mean that I'm coming back next year sharper? I'm going to do that anyway. I'm coming back next year sharper anyway. I don't think that's even, because I'm going to work my ass off this summer. I'm going to be in the best shape coming into training camp this summer. That's not going to be a question. The question is it worth it to do it right now? Because if it is, I'll do it. But if it's worth it to sit and come back next year super sharp and be ready, I'll do that.
Do they have a chance to win the championship with him? You look at this team, you look at Vucevic, you look at their depth, you look at Jordan Walsh, you look at Derek White, you look at Jaylen Brown. These dudes are not young. I just want to put that out there. Derek White in his 30s, okay? We don't know when this cliff happens with dudes, but like he could just be way worse next year.
Payne, why you be doing that with players in their 30s? Like it's just like rising young guys like 21, 22 that's just as good as Derek White at doing things Derek White do. Like Derek White got like 4 more years.
You told me Dennis Schroeder better than Derek White.
What does that have to do with anything? Like
I'm trying to tell you,
4 more years of being elite. Like there's not a
4 more years
that can replace Derek White right now at their role. How many 22-year-old role players can do what Derek White do?
Penn, I think the divide between you and me is
20-year-old role players.
Do they have an opportunity to win?
It's not plenty of role players that can do what Derek White can do. Stop that.
And if so, how was he all NBA?
Yeah, exactly. If so, then how is he all NBA?
20-year-old, because I was talking about Kon Knueppel.
Penn, the divide between you and me is how good does he have to be in order for them to win it? That's the question. And I think him coming back into the lineup and be good, I don't think that's unrealistic. But we're talking about winning the NBA championship. And when we get deeper in the playoffs, I got to be even better because we're going to see better teams and we're going to see tougher competition. I have to be sharper. And it takes a huge toll on your body. Am I prepared for that physically after being only in the lineup for, I don't know, 20, 22 games or let's say 12 games? Am I prepared for that physically? Probably not. Because I said this to Ox a couple of days ago. One or two things is going on here, Mars. One, Jason Tatum is a lot better than y'all dudes say he is. He's way better than y'all dudes say he is. If y'all think that he could come back and do this after being out almost the entire season, or he ain't as good as I think he is.
No, or you said the league isn't as good as you think it is.
The league isn't as good as I think.
And it's both of those, Chill. It's both of those.
Wow.
Jason Tatum's better than y'all say he is, and the league is weaker than y'all say it is.
But
on that note, let's get to these super chats because we do got to get to those.
Let's do it. Let's do that.
We'll start with Morpheus Chewy. My Cavs survived King's Magnet Ball and Jokic's flop apocalypse. Chill, we're rolling. Harden Mitchell looked like a match made in heaven.
That game last night was Denver's game to win, and they gave it up. I mean, we're in the fourth quarter. They were up 11. I thought that their offense was rolling, but I think that once we got into the fourth quarter, the problem that we had was their interior defense. I felt like Cleveland was just hanging around. They didn't make every shot. Let's be clear about that, Mars. They didn't make every shot, but they were able to get into the paint, and I felt like they were able to wear down their interior defense. And then as the game went on, the interior just opened up even more. Donovan Mitchell was able to get to the basket. Jared Allen was around the rim, just bullying guys and pushing guys around. Joker was having a difficult time with him. Not only was Joker having a difficult time with him in terms of defense, he was having a difficult time rebounding. And I think that's one of his biggest attributes. So I got James Harden in the fourth quarter controlling the offense. I got him getting downhill, knocking down open shots. I got that interior defense collapsing. I just thought it was a recipe for disaster for Denver, and that's why I think Cleveland ended up winning that game.
Yeah, was my mic messed up?
Nah, I heard you.
Nah, you good.
I mean, to be fair, Chill, it is a little bit harder to rebound when Cleveland has so many different guards that they can create and handle. Now you make Jokic big ass move away from the rebounding spot. It's a little bit easier when you're standing still watching pick and roll all game. You can just get those rebounds. But when you got to close out a little bit, you got to kind of move a little bit. A little difficult.
You mean beating a guy one-on-one in terms of having the screen?
Absolutely. It's a little difficult to rebound. You can't just stat pad rebounds when you got to shift them hips and you might got to close out.
James Harden playing. You guys see James Harden playing defense yesterday?
Hey, Mars, get James Harden in the stance. Get James Harden ass in the stance and them damn feet moving. I was like, who the hell is this dude? What?
Chill. This is
Hey,
first
Tim
date.
Hardaway Finals.
This
This
is
is
first date behavior.
That defense gonna be done post
behavior.
All-Star break, but you might have another game.
What the hell?
defense,
I'm seeing
You might
James
see
Harden
another
in the
game.
stance.
Absolutely,
Hands
first
was
date
busy.
behavior, Pin.
Ox.
Absolutely, first
What the
date
hell was I
behavior,
looking
Pin.
at? I was like, who the hell is this
Chill,
dude?
Pin just hit it right on the head. This is first date behavior.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
think anyone's under the
get the
impression he
door
about to
for
just not play
you. I'm gonna
defense
pay
the whole
for
year.
everything for you. I'm gonna smell nice, and then you with me for 6 months, and then I smell
my
like
first
shit
date
on my
behavior
body.
is exactly my
as
last
soon
behavior, boy.
as soon as he get in them drawers, he ain't opening the door no more. Hey, come on.
Facts.
Man.
Fuck,
Yeah.
I gotta
I don't
open
think
the
any,
door for-
I don't think
know
anyone
it's
I don't think anyone's under the impression of anything else but that being the case. But last night he was playing some defense and it helped him win the game. So hey,
Facts.
it's not gonna last for very long.
I
But
mean,
it was great last night.
I think the Nuggets choked, yo. I'm gonna be honest, and them rims did not look deterred.
Yeah.
Like that.
Nate Gates Lee has been a member for 28 months, man. That's a long time. Shout out to you, A. Gates Lee. We need 28 more months, and then 28 more months after that, and then run back another 28 more months, man. Stick with us. 8 Gates Lee says, chat B-Day today, and Harden winning. We up. Dub show. Shout out to you.
Cavs have looked interesting. They've been like slow in first halves, but then they like get it together in the fourth and win games. So,
Wait, chat
once the
B-Day. Is
Cavs
that
get
his birthday?
continuity-
Is that what he's saying? It's his birthday?
I don't know. It was Jalen Green's birthday yesterday, and we didn't have a celebration. So,
Yeah, but
know what was
Jalen Green
going on.
didn't send a super chat or a membership.
I don't know what was going. I don't know what was going on yesterday. I was actually very disappointed, but
Well, happy birthday, Jalen Green, and I don't know if it was that dude's birthday. Jordan, can I tell you a fun fact about yourself?
Sure.
Okay, here's a fun fact about you. You are younger than the N64. How the hell do you talk?
The Nintendo 64?
Yeah. How the hell are you
played-
younger than the N64, bro?
I played Nintendo 64. I played Dreamcast.
You
I
talk
played
like you
Dreamcast.
invented the Atari. You younger than the N64. Go figure, man.
I play.
I mean,
I
I'm
play
good.
PS4. I play PS4.
I mean, I
that
played
Super Smash Bros.
PlayStation
on
1.
that,
I played Dream. I actually Dreamcast on sale right now. I saw a little ad on Instagram.
Yo,
where they
buy
selling Dreamcast. I swear.
Buy them games, yo.
Dream,
I probably gonna buy it.
Dreamcube?
Dreamcube.
What
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast.
Never mind. Y'all ain't seen the movie. It's all good.
No, I ain't seen that. But I'm just saying though, Ox, I might have to order me a Dreamcast. Boy, that's some core childhood memories right there. My brother never let me get on the game.
Wait, what? Never mind.
But I had to, that was the first time 2K was I think 2K was created on Dreamcast, where you had to kind of line up the free throws and shit like that with the arrows and shoot it.
All I know is that the N64 though, playing that Super Smash Bros. Man, that was where it's at. Very
Dreamcast,
serious
baby.
dude, 69.
Who was that?
Jalen Brown
Jam?
is the first. Hold on, y'all.
What's
Hold
with
on,
that?
y'all. Let's get through the super chat. Very serious dude, 69. Jalen Brown is the first option moving forward.
I still don't know what first option means. So.
The guy he's the best scorer on the team. He's the guy with the ball in his hands on the team. He's the guy that he controls the offense. So let's do that then. All right, very serious dude. Jason Tatum is going to play off the ball. He's not going to be your distributor. He's not going to be your playmaker. He's not going to be your downhill guy. We're going to get a ball to Jalen Brown. So we're running the offense through him now. All right, bet. Let's do it. Okay, let's do that. I'm down.
Wait, so y'all telling me y'all don't see the chat? Y'all don't. What movie was that? When the dude had the dream cube, or was the Gamecast? He was like, wait, which one you got? You got GameCube?
He said I got GameCube. I got Gamecast or some shit like that. He like, Dreamcast or GameCube. I got Gamecast.
We could afford it. Y'all remember that? What fucking movie was that?
I forgot what movie.
Oh, it was Malibu's Most Wanted. That's right, Malibu.
Yeah. That nigga said I got Gamecast.
Yeah. So everyone can know that, but they ain't gonna know Nolan Traore, brother, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Nolan Traore, brother.
His name was Armel, by the way. Shout out to Piccolo in the chat. He's
That's his name? Armel?
Shout out my man
Armel Traore.
989 Michi. Chill. I don't understand your shot selection critique of Cade. He has great shot selection. He just hasn't been hitting consistently.
I never said anything about his shot selection not being good. I think he's had good shot selection. I do think he turns down some shots that he could make. I do think for tougher shots. So there's like last night, for example, we were in the fourth quarter, and I thought that there was times where he could have gotten to the rim, and instead, I thought that he was taking tougher shots, like trying to shoot over two guys. I mean, I thought Charlotte, when they fought back into the game, they did a great job in crowding him, and I thought that he could have gotten himself to the rim better, and he turned down those opportunities to take tougher shots. So, I mean, I don't think he's a bad shot taker, but I do think that there's times when he doesn't optimize better shots. That doesn't mean that he's a bad shot taker.
Yeah. Chapstick, looking for there's a for Maverick. It was dumping. Mars, you ever seen Malibu's Most Wanted?
He said,
I could rap about anything.
Mars, you probably would find that movie hilarious. By the way.
He said rap about traffic, looking for my chapstick, feeling kind of cautious. There's a for Maverick.
It's one of them. It's one of them folklore movies, Mars. It's one of them generational movies. Malibu's finest. Tay Diggs was in it. Yeah, Tay Diggs was in it. What's his name?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, it's Jamie Kennedy. So basically, Mars, his dad's a politician and he's running for president. But the kid's from Malibu, but he's trying
to act like he's from Compton. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to act like he's from South Central.
So the campaign manager on his dad's campaign has two actors kidnap him, take him to the hood, and try to get him to start acting right, and it don't work. It's hilarious. You got to see it, bro. You guys.
Mars, you watch stand-up comedy?
Not really.
You need to check out.
Mars, do you do anything,
dude? You need to check out Mo Gilligan. I'm gonna tell you this. I seen two British dudes.
That's the black guy, right?
Yes, he is amazing. Legitimately, I think he might be the funniest dude I've ever heard in my life. I'm not even kidding. Like, to me, my all-time rankings of British people, like British funny people, is Mo Gilligan number 1, Rowan Atkinson number 2, and I think I got Mars number 3. There you go.
Mars, you do have a comedic way.
Three funniest Brits. Now you would like him. He also has.
People just take my sarcasm as humor for whatever reason.
What's the dude's name? The comedian.
People think Mars wouldn't be that disrespectful. He's joking.
Mitch, you talking about Mitch?
Mitch. That dry ass humor is some of the funniest that I've ever.
Mitch Hedberg saved my life, yo.
Yes, he is.
I'm gonna tell you this. Funny. Mitch Hedberg saved my life, Joe.
Yes.
In 2008, my mother passed away, and I couldn't sleep. Everything made me think too much or whatever. I listened to Mitch Hedberg, and for whatever reason, his one-liners and his jokes just made me sleep. They put me to sleep. And then after 6 months, for 6 months, yes, I couldn't sleep after my mother died. I was 20 years old.
Jokes make you sleep.
It's just like background noise. You know, it helps you kind of. Some people listen to podcasts when they sleep, yo. So after I got out of it 6 months later, I started getting healthy again. And then I reached out to my friend Monica and I said, yo, like, I know you run comedy circuits. I know you do Montreal Comedy Fest. I need you to tell me when Mitch Hedberg coming back. I need you to let me know when Mitch Hedberg coming to Montreal so that I could say thank you. And she's like, I don't know how to tell you this. He passed away 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I was like, say word. So that kind of that changed my life too, because I was like, not only does dude save my life, he wasn't even alive.
Yeah.
Was he really dead? You know what I mean? Think about it. It's crazy.
No, he
Richard Pryor like
he
that
got,
for me.
he
Richard
got the
Pryor
one.
funny as a motherfucker.
He got the one. He got the
like
one
I'm saying, like you could write a book today that'll save someone's life in 20 years after you die.
But that's what I was talking about the other day when I said that you can be in two places at once. You could be in more than one place at once as long as somebody somewhere else. If they're present, if they assume that your presence is there and it makes them act accordingly to that, then you were technically there. You could be in more than one place at once for sure. Easy. But nah, Drench, Mitch got the one. He got the one. Wait, what you said, Mars?
No.
Drench, he got the one where he said what he said? He said, I'm single, but I know a girl that would be real mad if she heard me say that. Some shit. It was hilarious. It was something like that. It was hilarious. He was like,
You remember
he was
the
like,
restaurant? You remember the restaurant show?
You got to Drench because I've heard a whole bunch of music. Like, I listen to a lot of comedy, but he told the one. He said the one.
Certain people just don't make me laugh, bro.
No,
like,
he said.
Nah, but it's like a cool little humor. You'll like it, bro. He said the one. He said, I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too.
Yeah. I probably do gotta watch it.
I think
I just watch like Richard Pryor. That shit funny as hell, bro. I promise.
No,
you,
there's a lot of
nobody that imitates shit better than Richard Pryor. Like
Richard Pryor,
nobody that imitate him.
The one that really always got me like laughing was the one about the restaurant where he's like, sometimes you go to a restaurant and they be like, yo, Lee, party of 3. And then Lee goes in. He's like, then be like, sometimes they'd be like, Dufran, party of 2, Dufran. But if Dufran doesn't respond, they just move on to the next person. And I'll just be sitting there and be thinking, wait, what the hell happened to Dufran? Dufran is in someone's trunk right now and nobody cares. Quick, Dufran, search party of 2.
Yeah,
bro. Pin, have you ever went into a restaurant like a Benihana's or some shit and asked for Ricky Tan? I definitely did that shit last time.
You never did that, Drench. Stop the bullshit, Drench.
Boy,
you never did that, yo.
I went for my birthday. The dude come out there playing. I said, come back there and get Ricky Tan. Go get Ricky Tan. I said, go get Ricky Tan right now. I do that shit every time I'm in that door. Go back. They be looking at me all eyes big and shit. That shit is hilarious. I do that shit in front of my mama. She be uncomfortable. Now, go back there and get Ricky Tan. Nah, I'll be crying. They don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Context kid. If you're playing a 7-game series next week, including injuries, Steph is still more valuable than SGA and Luka. And so Steph at 38 is a tier above.
Not a tier above Brandon.
That's what I mean when I say I don't like
talking about
stands,
this is
man.
the shit we
That's
talking
what I
about, Mars,
mean.
when it comes to the Steph Curry.
Yeah, Steph stands being my replies very often now.
This is the shit I'm talking about when it comes to Steph Curry.
I ain't even gonna say his name no more. They just be lurking. If anything could trace back to Steph in any way. Oof.
I mean,
you know why I stay out of Steph talk.
Like Steph is still super dangerous. So
no, but okay, Ox, he is, and to your point, maybe the most dangerous player ever, right? Maybe the most dangerous. But
you can take that maybe out of there, too.
Exactly. You can make the case. I can make the case. Steph is the most dangerous player in NBA history. There is not a guy more dangerous than Steph. All right, I'm not going to argue that point. Sure. With that being said, there is this level of delusion with Curry fans that this is going to go on forever. Like, even players who are at the height of who they are, they're still not better than Curry, or they're still not as valuable as Curry, even in his advanced age. Like, we weren't talking about Curry like this. Were we talking about him like this when he was in his prime? Like, were we talking about him being more valuable than like Jordan or Jabbar or James?
Yeah, in 2016, the MJ comments were definitely there.
Right, and then after that, and then after that, were we still doing that?
Oh no, but in 2016,
it was definitely there, right? It was definitely there. But what I mean when I say that is, we're at an age now with Steph Curry, even at 30, next month, Ox, he's going to be 38 years old. And we're still talking about him being better and more valuable than the best guards in the league today. We still doing that?
He liked that, man. To be fair, it's the same thing Bron fans do. Bron be like, hey, man, in the playoff series, there's no 5 people. I'm taking over LeBron. So, okay, congratulations. So Stans in general do the same thing. That is what it is.
I don't know why you
that's why I don't like him.
I don't know why you getting hate. You didn't call him a reputation shooter.
I didn't.
Did not do that.
But you know, Steph Stans don't like me, so it is what it is.
Patty Mahomes got next. Cade 64.3% at the rim. That's a 7% jump. So much better through contact, but 81% free throw and 32 from 3. The day he's 37, 38%, he's a yearly first team All-NBA guy. A Sir greater than Duran.
Yeah, Saul's too bad on offense for me to say he's better than Jalen Duran. But yeah, Cade good, man. That's kind of it. Cade's good.
Yeah, he is really good.
Penn, did you see him? Penn, did you see him at this point where Cade is? Because you've been very critical of him. Like, did you
I was my first episode was infamous, but I gave him a lot of flowers the last couple.
That's
of
what
years.
I mean. Like, did you see him being this good, like where we are now?
Hell no. Look, let me just say this. I have criticized elements of Cade's game, from 3-point shooting, mid-range efficiency, rim finishing, defense, leadership. There's so many things. You don't typically waste so much time criticizing players you absolutely don't believe in or have never believed in. I believed in Cade a lot in high school.
Are you doing the Shaq gimmick?
Yes.
It's not a Shaq gimmick.
I insult you because I want you to do better.
No. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, Mars.
You suck.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing
that. But I really
no.
I'm gonna tell you that you suck.
No, the Shaq gimmick is I'm criticizing you because I want you to hear me so you get better. I'm not delusional enough to think Cade gives a shit what I have to say about his basketball game. No, it's you tend to be more critical of players you used to believe in. I'm gonna be honest. Like there's no player you're gonna be more critical of than the prospect you thought was gonna be great but wasn't great. You're gonna go cope and make all these excuses in the world, like he had breathing problems. Shout out to Jordan and Anthony Bennett. Or you're gonna just go the other way and you're gonna be super critical. I was super critical of Cade's defense early. I didn't love his body language after some losses. I thought that he could do a lot more.
Well,
I was
you lose 30
not
games in a row, and you lose 18
for sure
games in a row. That's the kind of respect to have on you.
And it's not like the roster was so bad out there. It's not like these other guys haven't had bad rosters. Trey Murphy has a bad roster right now. Scotty Barnes had a bad roster last year. There's guys who had bad rosters, but they haven't been this level of bad. So I don't know. I think people want to overwrite that he was like he'd been this dude the whole time, and people who were critical of him in the first 2 years are just stupid. No, I think he was legitimately bad first 2 years. He was inefficient. He was turnover prone. He wasn't a great defender. But last year, the shift in efficiency and taking care of the basketball, and now this year, adding in the defense and improving the rim finishing. If he adds a pull-up 3-point shot, if he gets to 36, 37, 38%, you don't get to 38, get to 35. With his shot difficulty, you get to 35. As a big playmaker who is a good defender, I want to say that he's a good defender. I have often said he is a weak defender. He is not. He is a good defender. I've been watching him this year. He's a good defender. He's not a Star Thompson, but he's a good defender. That dude can absolutely be a top 6 player in the NBA. 100%.
To be fair, he is shooting 35% on his pull-up threes. He's just shooting 25% on catch and shoot ones.
God.
But yeah, the pull-up three actually hasn't been that bad.
It will get better.
I don't know what happened to his catch and shoot ability, but
had he ever?
I don't
remember him ever being really that good at that, Marlon. I remember him being.
I don't think he was ever this bad. This is crazy bad. Last year he shot 39% on catch and shoot threes. I don't know what happened. Maybe Pistons. I know Cade's dealing with like a wrist issue for a little minute. But that wouldn't explain the discrepancy, not to me anyway. But Pistons fans, I'm going to defer to you on that one. I don't know what that's about. But it's 25% is crazy.
Yeah, he got to step that up. Fred Vincent fan. RIP Beef Stew All NBA defense consideration.
Okay, so we're not deading it because he was already considered an all-league defender. So that's not the issue. The issue is he gonna play enough games? Is he going to play enough games where he can still be in contention? Because he already considered an all-league defender. I thought he was going to make the all-league defensive team this year. To be honest with you, I did. I thought he was. I actually said that to you guys last year, and y'all kind of scoffed at me. I thought that he was going to be an all-league defender, but I think his reputation is kind of what threw a monkey wrench in that. And this year, I think I 100%.
What do you think his reputation is now, Chill?
Yeah, but
it's over.
He definitely was in consideration. Yeah.
It's cooked now. Love Fadina. Ayo, second game already hooping. You were wrong about Dante being better than him, Penn. Yo got way more to him than streaky shooting.
Dante not a streaky shooter. That's disingenuous and just straight hater shit.
I didn't watch that Wolves game. I don't know what happened. I know there was a fight, but I ain't seen nothing.
I was a really good player, but like the way Swiper was gassing him up, I had an issue with that. People want to turn it into hating. It's like because I don't want to glaze the guy on my knees. Like I'm supposed to be a hater. No, I'm just telling you, he's not what you're trying to present he is, but he's a massive upgrade over what they had before. It's good. He's a good player. I like him. I wanted him on the Raptors. I do like the dude. He's good.
But I think Swiper loves him for what they do. I don't think Swiper just loves him as a player. Like when you talk about Io being a player, I think that Swiper digs him as a player, but he loves him even more for what he does on their crew, more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about like the Nuggets?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Our Furl, Cade has been better than Luka. I know y'all going to disrespect him, though. Clear positive defender with top 5 heaviest offensive load, 33, 9, and 7 on good splits. MVP.
I wonder when Luka became like the modern day Kobe in terms of any player who's doing well, they're better than Luka now. The same way any all-time great, they're better than Kobe now. Luka's now the modern Kobe. That's what he is. He's the bar for anything. You want to try put your player into conversations they probably aren't in, say they better than Luka.
Cade averages 25, 9, and 5. Why does this guy say the 33 whatever?
33, 9, and 7 sound like Luka averages.
That's what Luka averages.
Yeah, that's literally
like
there is such a seismic gap between Luka and Cade offensively. The defense is almost it's a non-factor. Like we cannot have this conversation. When you are top 5 offensive player in the league, I feel like unless you are Trae Young bad defensively, I don't even care. I just genuinely don't care. You're doing way too many good things.
But because there's such an exception on offense, and like we've had this conversation.
Right. And Luka's surrounded by really bad defenders, a lot of bad defenders. Cade is surrounded by great defenders. Are you telling me if you put Cade on Lakers and you put Luka in Detroit, the Pistons don't get better? No,
they don't.
That's crazy. They don't get better? Okay.
They do.
I think that they do.
Offensively, they definitely get better.
They get way better.
Mm-hmm.
Justin 783. To everyone saying the Pistons won't do anything in the playoffs, look in the mirror. Tell yourself it's okay your wife ran off with Cade because you've got 4 for 20 Bumpson holding it down at home.
Who said that they would?
All right.
We seen that, right? We seen the Pistons Knicks game the other night when
I
saw had Brunson in hell.
You mean that bludgeoning?
When I saw had Brunson in hell, yeah, that's the best wing defender in the league right there. Come on.
That bludgeoning that I saw, absolutely. When I asked you, Ox, do I have to sit here and still watch this?
Yeah, I had a bunch of people in my replies saying Scotty Barnes. So shout out to him. You've definitely helped push the boat on that. The Scotty Barnes DPOY train. You've definitely helped push the boat.
Every time I look at a box score, he has 6 stocks. Like every second game is 4 blocks, 2 steals. You realize how crazy that is? No, he's
amazing. That's why he's on my all defensive team this year.
But you know what's different though? He's the one guy on that team, that all defensive team, that's also carrying it on offense. He's also carrying a major load on offense. If you watch that third quarter against the Indiana Pacers,
Wemby notwithstanding, yeah, okay. Cool.
Wemby and him, but Wemby is not qualifying, so we're only talking about Chet, who is basically role player status. We're talking about Gobert, who is non-offensive player status.
Dare I say Derek White?
Derek White is not anywhere close to Scotty defensively.
He's carrying an offensive burden on that.
Derek
White would be on my all defensive team, I think.
Man, let Scotty shoot 38% from the field and see what people would say about him.
What, is he still at like 10% from 3? Or is that gonna?
That was just 1 month. It was a bad month where he was playing center and taking very low volume of threes. Okay. He also had a 40% month, but I don't hear you talking shit about that. So
I praised it when he started the season well because you wouldn't let me hear the end of it.
Yeah.
Well, not me, us. Not me, us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Context Kid. We just saw Steph destroy 2-seed Rockets and was about to destroy Ant. Yes, chill. He's still more valuable at 38 in a 7-game series than any guard.
Mars, do you remember those that tour date logic you gave me a couple of days ago? So to his point, let's see here. 6 for 15 in that series, by the way. In that series, 6 for 15, 4 for 12, 9 for 23, 2 for 8 at the long ball line, 3 for 9, 6 for 16. And by the way, 2 for 8 at the long ball line, they're winning, right? So it's stuff like this that's going on. So, I mean, he had tour dates and they still were winning games when that was going on. So this is the kind of stuff we talk about. Like, he destroyed them. No, he didn't. It was a 7-game series. It wasn't like they walked by them in 5 games. He did not destroy them.
Houston was this close to making it happen. And then,
Okay.
No, Steph's good. I think Steph's the 3rd or 4th best guard in the league to me.
Still really good. Very serious dude. Watch bumps and give your team 40 consistently come playoffs.
He's good for that.
Watch out for bumps.
That's probably what he'll do, yeah.
Yeah, he's good for that. Like, he'll start a series off like shooting 9 for 30 or 6 for 22, and then just pour it on after that. Pour it on.
What the hell is this? Sale talks too much. Player's choice net swings. Chill +6, Mars +5.7, Ron +3, Penn -27, Swiper -2.3, Ox +0.7, Damian +33. Best 3-man lineup. Yeah. Best 3-man lineup. Mars, Chill, Damian. Penn is tanking most lineups. Mars is a +10 with ticket. Okay.
Bro trying to call me Cam Thomas. That's all good, man. Can I hoop or not?
Shout out to Data Ballers, but that's ruining so much now.
Yes,
Data Ballers become the new stat head comparisons. Oh man, I'm getting sick of this on-off stuff, man.
Mars.
I think it has its uses. I think it has its uses. I've used it. I'm not denying I've used it. But god damn, I'm getting sick of it now.
Chill. I saw the future. I told y'all where this was headed. I told y'all. I tried to warn y'all. Leave this shit alone. It's
basketball.
God, yeah. I wonder what that.
We were on a Twitter space for close to 4 hours the other night, just yapping between like 20 people, and there's a couple analysts, and we were talking about this, advanced analytics stuff. It's just getting to a point now where I'm just like sick of it. Like truly sick of it. Not because I don't see the value in it. I do see the value in it. I just think the people who are using it have never earned the right to use these numbers. They don't know what they're looking for. They basically go to
imright.com. That's basketball. Well, when you take the numbers and you abuse the numbers, and you don't know what you're doing with the numbers, that is basketball. See, Pin, you try to say, oh, you just don't like numbers. You clearly don't know how to do arithmetic. No, it's that the numbers are not being used correctly by non-ball knowers. You give non-ball. Well, yeah, that's a thing too. But I'm talking about statistics, because a lot of times when people hear numbers, they see charts, they hear stats, they think, oh, well, you have numbers about it, so it has to be right. So that like basketball is so much more dangerous than abusing the eye test, because people think that it has to be right because you came up with some bullshit formula, and now people that have no idea what they're talking about basketball can grab those numbers and say, oh, well, he's a +78 this month.
Chill. If I have a credit score of 122, am I good with money or bad with money?
You're awful.
Am I awful? Should I be entrusted with a mortgage?
Credit scores are a myth, man. We good off credit scores.
And not only that, but it's culturally biased too. So
okay, I'm gonna let my girl. I'm gonna let my girl know that her 200 credit score ain't her fault. But
it might not be. It might not.
It might not be. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe her mama put the cable in her name when she was in.
That's some bullshit too, Mom. That you did that, Mom.
Elementary school.
That shit do be happening. That shit do be happening.
That's some bullshit, Mom.
You turn 18. You come to find out you got a negative credit score. You ain't never had a credit card.
Facts. It happens.
Why I got a negative credit score? Because you ain't paid the light bill.
You want to hear about privilege? I went and got my first cell phone when I was 18 years old. They said, sir, you have perfect credit. I'm like, how do I get perfect credit? They're like, I don't know, but it says you could get 4 cell phones. I'm like, why would I need 4 cell phones? She's like, I don't know, but it says you could. I have perfect credit score at 18. I don't know how the hell that's supposed to be even possible.
Did you get the cell phones or not?
I got 1 cell phone, Ox, and I paid it off every single month for the rest of my life. I pay every month. I ain't never miss a payment ever for nothing.
Good job. I'm just saying, man, it's culturally biased, man. Y'all be careful with them credit scores. And make sure that your people ain't putting stuff in your name that you don't know about. It'll fuck you up down the road. But Truck Johnson. So, do y'all think Hornets should trade Ball this offseason while his value isn't in the gutter like Ja? Get a point guard that fits timeline and culture better.
Somebody actually brought up a really interesting.
He's 24.
Somebody brought up something real interesting to me, and I was wondering how you guys felt about it. This dude told me that the Charlotte Hornets are giving him Sacramento King vibes, and you take Lamelo, who is white chocolate, and you trade him for Mike Bibby.
Oh, I thought it was about the 23 Kings.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Mike Bibby?
That's what I don't know. I don't know who he is. I don't know who Mike Bibby is. But somebody put that on my mind.
He's the GOAT.
I don't know, man. I think LaMelo fits the timeline, and I think he makes a lot of what they do work. So I don't know.
Just stick with what you're doing.
I'm gonna go to Data Baller right now and pull up some Kings numbers to prove that Mike Bibby is the GOAT. Okay.
Well,
give me 10 minutes.
Those numbers are going to say Chris Webber was
because
overrated.
we should be out of here before 10 minutes is
yes,
up.
sir.
We should be out of here. Context Kid. Chill just cherry picking stats. Anyone who saw that series knows Steph destroyed the most physical defense in the league. Steph at 38 explodes when he needs to. His gravity does 75% of offensive load.
Mm-hmm. You got it. He destroyed the series. You got it. Mm-hmm.
Alan R 978. Member for 31 months, man. Shout out to you, Alan R. Make sure you have my lunch money. Year 2 Luka or this Cade?
If they were both in the league at the same time? Or
This
like
Cade.
relative?
Year 2 Luka.
This Cade, I'll take.
Chill. I will remind you, year 2 Luka finished 4th in MVP voting.
And Cade's going to
Isn't
finish.
Cade about to finish 4th?
Yeah, Cade's going to finish top 5.
Yeah, but he didn't finish 4th in a depleted league. Like, can people put some respect on Luka? Like, I feel like I'm getting sick and tired of the disrespect.
Well, part of why Luka finished 4th was because he was so young doing what he was doing. Parts of it. Also, he was amazing. I think it's a conversation. I probably got Luka, to be fair. But
Luka finished ahead of Jason Tatum, Jokic, Lillard.
He finished ahead of
Anthony
everyone, not named
Davis.
Giannis, LeBron, and James Harden. Yeah.
Yes. So basically 3 former MVPs.
Fire.
Yeah.
Eric Espinoza. What up, fellas? With this expansion draft possibly happening in a couple years, what 2 teams you think head out to the Eastern Conference?
Pelicans and Grizzlies, no?
Yeah, got to be Memphis and either the Pelicans or Minnesota.
I am very worried about the future of my Toronto Raptors.
It has to be 2 of one of those. It has to be 2 of one of those 3 teams. 2 of those 3 teams, right? Yeah. So we'll see. Malik Stevenson, Beef Stew got a fan in me forever. Going at the abuser.
There you go, pro-feminism.
Definitely not Leroy. Well, then who are you?
Right.
In my opinion, it was a 2-on-1. Moussa wanted to swing on him. Bridges had no reason to swing, so Stu stepped up for his teammate. So I'm saying
probably, yeah.
I'm saying even crazy people sometimes do things that's justified. Chill. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's you know what? Never mind.
All clowning aside, like I think Beef is gonna get. I think Isaiah Stewart is gonna get at least 20 games. I'm gonna be honest. I think he's gonna get 10 to 20. I think the league is just.
I was thinking 5 to 10. That's what I was thinking. Okay. I'm thinking 5.
I hope it's 5 to 10 because they got a good thing going.
Y'all dudes talking about Beef Stew like we ain't got a union. Like they just gonna slap a number on them and the union is just gonna be like, all right, that's it. No.
I mean, they could be absolutely like, not. But I would like, I would like to give some of the blame that they're gonna put on Beef Stew because of reputation and all that stuff because he's actually good at fighting and connected. I would like to give some of those games to Jalen Duren for starting shit and not standing on business. You get fined, and then you get suspended 5 games for not standing on business. How's that? You're gonna start something. You better keep it and finish it. Because if he throws the punches, we clear this up much sooner. Instead, he run in, got the whole team around. It's just bullshit. He started it.
Yeah. Justin 783. Cade Cunningham will win a ring before Luka, Scotty, and Ant.
Yeah, but he forgot before.
Good luck.
Yeah, but I know what he meant though.
I don't know, man. Winning the championships is hard. We always project that these teams are gonna get over the hump, and then their career's 9 years deep, and they haven't got
and we still here.
finals appearance. So like, it's tough. I'm sure people were probably saying that about Ant, and now we're at the point where Ant's in these talks because another young player is apparently going to win before him. And then Luka was like guaranteed to win a championship at his career, especially when he went to the conference finals in 22. Now people saying he never going to win. So
rings used to matter more. Rings used to matter more, Mars. Like Jason Tatum won a championship before Luka. They're kind of the same age, close to.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't had people putting Jason Tatum over Luka, not even for a minute.
I had him above Luka before the ring.
To be fair, that's becoming a more popular thing, but that's more so like Luka's just gets slandered now. But yeah,
I mean, we have people on this platform who
the PRA has to match
over
the ring, man. That's what it is.
We have people on this platform who right now, if Jason Tatum was healthy, they put Wemby over him. Wemby has done nothing in the playoffs, and I love Wemby. I'm just saying, I feel like we used to be at a point, and I'm going back to my father's generation in the 80s, 70s, where you had to win something before I give you any credit. Like you had to go to the finals, chill. You could.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
You didn't?
No, you did not.
Because Michael Jordan?
No, you didn't. Yeah, because we called him the GOAT in 1989. We called him the GOAT. He hadn't even been to the NBA championship yet. We called him the GOAT.
But prior to that, because I said the 70s and the early 80s.
So he was awesome. I'm not gonna argue that point.
To be fair, you see MJ in the 80s, yeah, you gotta say that's the best thing you ever seen.
Yeah, he was the best.
Yeah, but I said, but you said MJ. You didn't say Cade, Jalen Green, Scottie Barnes.
Yeah, before that, when they seen
Michael Jordan,
humans, yeah, it was cool.
So I don't know.
All right. Reginald Bruh says Jordan's partner farted on his pillow and gave him pink eye. That's why he's not showing his face. Shout out to Penn and Jerry's. Great.
Oh,
DSG Piccolo. One of the few times I don't watch a game in. Oh, Tumani dropped 30. 10 for 12. 8 for 10 from 3. What Bron say? Maybe it's me. JK, he been hooping on offense recently.
Yeah, I ain't watched that game because found out Embiid weren't playing, and I'm not that interested.
Yeah.
Game's looking close. Just keeping along with the score. Just game's looking close, and then Philly do what Philly do and get fried in the third quarter because they are the worst third quarter team I've ever seen. They lost the third quarter 22-49. So, shout out to the Sixers. Can't play in the third quarters. Yeah, I don't know what they do in the third, but they just lose all the time. I don't know what it is.
Nick Nurse ain't coaching.
I told y'all Nick Nurse was a bum.
Both of you guys did. Both of you two on my left.
We are unified on that Nick Nurse hatred.
Very serious dude. Will Cade fall off come playoffs like he did last year?
Did he fall off?
Depends on if he can make outside shots. Well, he couldn't buy a three in the turnover stuff, but it depends. Cade is another person who uses a lot of screens. So
he wasn't awful in the playoffs, by the way. Like he wasn't terrible. Like, he might not have been able to. He might not have been able to score at the rim.
Yeah,
like I would like him to. And the three ball definitely needs improvement, but he wasn't awful. No, that's not true.
It's like 2 months ago when certain panelists were telling us that Luka had fallen off a cliff and was no longer a really good player, and certain other panelists told that panelist, "Wait till he starts hitting threes. You'll feel a lot better about it." If Cade hits 36% of his threes, you're calling him a playoff riser. It's just that simple sometimes.
Yeah, it really is. Batman FYB. Talk about the Pistons snapping that weak-ass winning streak. Jalen Duren bitched that little boy, and Stu would have done the same to Bridges. Stop it.
You got it, Batman. Yep.
You seen what Moussa fought through about 28 people. So, you see that motor? That motor translates. That's what it did. Yeah, no one was stopping him from trying to get his leg back.
Frank Curcio, W panel. What happened to Ron? Did Chill box him up?
No.
Should you pack Ron up?
No, I did not. I am though. You got to worry about that. I will.
Ron went to his fourth celebration party of the day.
Oh yeah, they're going crazy.
He's just packing him up.
Yep.
Well, that is the end of the super chats, and that is the end of the show. Thank y'all for stopping by the panel. Shout out to Splash Sports. We'll see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place, right here on the Players Choice Network.
Look at that W host getting us out 8 minutes.
Later.